Welcome in here, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Saturday morning to you. We're here live on 302 Sports, and do we have a good one? It's week 10 of the football season, and this is about as good as it gets. Number 1 versus number 2. The Hodgson Silver Eagles coming in undefeated, taking on the not undefeated anymore, but undefeated within the state of Delaware. Number 1 team in the state, the Middletown Cavaliers. I'm Pat Garrianis. Alongside of me is Jason Winchell. Jay, week 10, 1 versus 2. It does not get much better than this, man.
No, it doesn't. This is a great game, great matchup. Last week of the regular season, Flight A title on the line, number 1 seed in the state tournament on the line, and these two teams meeting here today on a brisk Saturday morning.
Yeah, brisk is an understatement, Jay. When you talk about a little bit of frustrations, I mean, we're up here. We're unfortunately at Hodgson, the scores booth is not very large, so we are out in the elements right now. Papers flying all over the place. It's astonishing.
It is.
I mean, it's wild because our co-producer today, Nick Halliday, he's down on the field. He says there is no wind on the field. Unfortunately, we're taking the brunt of it all. But back to what we're here for, the game.
Yeah.
Jay, it's kind of, two kind of varying styles of play. Hodgson does throw the ball a little bit with C.J. Henry, but they like the ground game. Where Middletown likes to air it out a little bit. This is going to be, the ultimate immovable object versus, the unstoppable force. So I'm looking forward to a couple players that you think we should be keeping an eye on for both teams, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Well, you start with Middletown, and you start with the quarterback, Drew Fry. Having a fantastic senior season. He's really good. He's outstanding, and I think the offense is going to run around him.
Yep.
And then running back, Smith. If you've not seen Nigeria Smith, he is a special player. He brings that speed element to this Middletown offense. So that they're going to be the key on the Middletown's offside of them.
And then for Hodgson, I mean, they're a young team, but they got talent. I mean, you look, like we said, C.J. Henry, a quarterback, but he's got a host of help. And this team, with Bobby Arnold amongst others, what do the Silver Eagles bring to the table, and who should be keeping an eye on for them?
Yeah, and it starts with their offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah.
They are big. They run the ball. They protect their quarterback. He has all day to throw the ball. Defensively, they bring it. They bring the heat. They stop other opposing teams' running game. So I think this game's going to be one. If for Hodgson to win, they're going to have to win in the trenches.
Absolutely. And today, for the first time since last night, actually, we're going to have a man down there on the sidelines, Benny Mitchell. What do you got for us tonight, Benny? Go ahead.
Hey, Pat and Jason. Hey, look, the electricity down here is incredible. This game's for the Blue Hen Conference Flight A Championship. We got Cowboys. The old Christiana High School games. Been down south for a while. Football is go in for a good one.
Thanks very much, Benny. It's a little tough, Benny, down there, with a little bit of interference going on throughout the stands. But no, he's excited. We're all excited.
Yep.
Hodgson's excited. Like you said, man, this is going to be about as good as it gets. Right, an early playoff-like game.
Yes.
The week before the playoffs.
And like I said, top seeds on the line. Winner of this game will be the top seed come tournament, which we'll reveal tomorrow.
Yeah.
Live here on 302 Sports, approximately 11:30 a.m. whenever the brackets come out. So, and like I said, I just my projections. I think the winner of this game gets the 1 seed.
How about that? That's the way too early Winchell playoff prediction for football. But we're going to take a quick commercial break here, and we'll be right back with the opening kickoff. It's number 1, number 2, week 10, Middletown Hodgson coming to you next.
Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus, wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event, we're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique Image, you envision, we create. Unique Image opened for business in Wilmington, Delaware in 1979 with one focus.
Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens, and bathrooms. Want a professional, no-pressure remodel? Back, ladies and gentlemen. Big Week 10 matchup. Hodgson, Middletown for the #1 seed, as Jason alluded to, in Division 1 here for the playoff seedings. And now last night, Jay, we had ourselves a good one. Downstate for the Division 2 crown. The Henlopen Conference was on the line down there as Woodbridge with a dominating performance against undefeated Delmar. 25-0 in that one, Jay.
Yeah. And that was a unbelievable performance by the Woodbridge.
A bunch, you're exactly right.
They looked like the dominant team last night.
Much like that Division II power game, this is much the same. This one for #1 in the state, pretty much up here in Division 1, and also Blue Men Conference. This kicking off for the Silver Eagles. Number 66, Jose Avila Lopez, back deep for Middletown, is number 11, Tamar Teagle, and the guy you talked about pregame, number 3, Najee Smith. Now, Hodgson won the toss. They elected to defer. They're kicking off to start this one off, but they will receive the second half kickoff. So here we go. Avila Lopez set. Big man's got a boot. Kicks it right to Smith. Let's see what the young man can do. Najee Smith through the middle. And he's fighting his way across the 30-yard line. Number 32 and number 15 on a tackle for Silver Eagles. That's Xavier Jones and Amir Mitchell-Marvel. So that's where Middletown will take over, 1st and 10, Jay.
Yeah, and it's good kickoff return. You get it right across the 30 and get ready to go here.
So here he comes, number 8, Drew Fry. A lot of people across the state think that he is the best quarterback in the state of Delaware, and he's got himself quite the offense. A lot of weapons out there on the field for Middletown. This is Nick Johnston in motion. Handoff goes to Smith. He is smothered in the backfield. Hodgson was all over that one. Emil Mitchell-Marvel. I
mentioned in the pregame, Pat, that the offensive line and defensive line for Hodgson has to win it. They read that play and they were right in there.
Mitchell-Marvel, man, he makes the tackle on the kickoff. He makes the first tackle of the game. Undersized guy playing right on the nose. He uses his speed to get by most of his defenders. So here comes Middletown once again. A single back, Smith in the backfield. 2 receivers set to the near side here. Whistles are blown on the 2nd and about 13 for Middletown. I believe they're telling Michael Sanchez he's got to get the jersey tucked. Something along the lines of that. So here we go. Middletown, tight end in the wing to the far. Receiver slot to the near. This is Fry back, looking, dumping it off, completing it to the fullback out of the backfield. He kind of falls a little bit there. That's Ralph Alessi with the catch. He picks up maybe 2 yards on the play, maybe footing a little bit slick after all the rain yesterday, Jay.
We got a lot of rain. I know when we were down at Woodbridge last night, it was
the whole
fields
and the whole ride down there rained. So it just stopped right before kickoff. So now a 3rd and 13 for Middletown. It's a good start here for the Hodgson defense. They're one stop away from a 3 and out. Single back. Smith in the backfield. Fry's got 2 receivers to the near, tight end and a receiver to the far. They give it to Smith up the middle. He's got a hole, and he loses his footing. Yeah. So he slips and falls. It'll bring up a 4th and 5. The turf monster out there.
Yeah, the turf monster with the tacker.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be interesting to see. You know, I kind of forgot about the rain because it's such a beautiful day outside except for the wind.
Yeah.
It is still a muddy, and this is a natural grass surface here at Hodgson. This is not a turf field. So the mud is out there. On to punt for Middletown. I believe, I can't quite see. I think that's number 13, Cameron Thomas, but it is. And there's the punt. It's away, 1 hop, and returned here by, that's Cameron Thomas for Hodgson. I was reading the wrong roster. That was Anthony Pepper kicking the ball away. So Thomas takes the ball across the 35-yard line to about the 38. And that's where Hodgson now, the first time we'll see the Silver Eagle offense.
Yeah, again, they got great field position set up by their defense, coming out there and holding Middletown to 3 and out. Now let's see what they can do on the offensive side of the ball here. Their offense has been special this year, putting up points, almost 35, 40 points a game. So.
Yes, and you see C.J. Henry, this super sophomore quarterbacking in the backfield. Another guy to keep an eye out for, number 30, Darius Hale, big-time running back. Here's Henry. He's back, sets, he looks, he's got a man down the field. It's Thomas, and he, just threw the bread basket.
Wow. I like that play call. Coming up top right away, first play, and they looking for the home run, and, oh, man.
How about that?
What a play. What a throw by Henry. You said he's that good. He's having a great sophomore season.
Beautiful throw. He puts it right on the money. Thomas is going to want that one back, but you can see his teammates telling him, we're fine. We're going to get it right back. Hodgson coming out swinging early. They force the 3 and out. They take a shot on the first play. I like the aggressiveness.
I do too. Especially like we said, everything on the line in this game.
You see 3 wide receivers set. That's Daniel Douglas to the far side. He's a big-time receiver for them. This one goes, I believe this is Arnold up the middle, and he picks up maybe 1 or 2 yards on the play. Bobby Arnold, He's the speed to Darius Hale's. He's the lightning to Darius Hale's thunder.
That's right. And that's a good compliment of, like you said, Pat, thunder and lightning in the backfield. That's how this Hodgson team operates.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 8 for the Silver Eagles. Defense kind of playing a part in this one, but it's been more of the footing on the field. Trips to the near side here for Henry. Douglas to the far side. Hale in the backfield. Henry dropping back all day. Good protection by that Hodgson offensive line. Henry delivers a strike, and it's a completed pass, and it's going to be a 1st down. That's completed to Elijah Lewis. Nice job by Henry extending the play there and finding the open receiver.
And good coverage by Middletown because, like you said, Pat, he had all day to throw, but he couldn't find anyone open. He was able to get down the field and execute the play and pick up a key 1st down.
It's hard to cover in the secondary, especially with the footing the way it is, for more than maybe 4 or 5 seconds. Now trips will go to the far side, single receiver to the near side. They give it to Hale. He goes up the middle. That's a nice job. Tripped up on the play there by number 88, Ryan Fields. Again, the surface is definitely having a little bit of an effect on these running backs, especially. Not much cutting can be done.
No.
2-yard gain on the play.
And that's key to watch out for this whole game is who can control their footing.
Here we go, trips again. Hodgson spreading the ball, or spreading the field out. They give it to Hale again. He goes behind his big offensive line, and he fights his way up to about the 35-yard line. Pickup of about 3. Host the Cavaliers tackles on that play. 3rd and 5 upcoming here. And let's see what Coach Moffitt and the offense is going to do. Do they let C.J. Henry throw the ball again like they did last 3rd down?
Yeah, and he's come out, and Henry's put the first 2 passes right on the money. So
He has. He really has. He's an impressive young man. We still got 2 more years of this young man after this playoff run for Hodgson. Only a sophomore. 2-by-2 set here for the Silver Eagles. They look to the sideline. Looks like a bow and arrow sign. Let's see what this means. Henry. Slant. Oh, it's another one dropped in and out of the hands that time of Elijah Lewis. You got to wonder if the hands are cold a little bit. There's a lot. That's 2 dropped passes on 2 good throws by Henry. This is the coldest day of the year probably so far for these 2 teams.
yeah, it is, and like you said, perfect throw, and just it could be the weather.
It could be.
And weather's gonna play a factor in this one before it's over.
Henry has put the ball on the money twice now. He did a great job there with his eyes looking off the defense and hitting that slant. Here's Avila Lopez. That's a beautiful punt. Nicky Johnston fields it at the 5. He's going to look to it, and he slips. The footing is early and often. You could tell it's an affectant in this game.
It is, and normally, Pat, when you're back at the 5-yard line, you normally either let the ball go or he saw a hole because I could make a play out of it, and unfortunately he lost his footing. Or I think he could have had a big return there.
He could have very easily. You're right, though, Jay. You usually tell you anything inside that 10-yard line, you let bounce.
Yes.
And you let it
Let
go.
it go in the end zone.
So here goes Middletown's offense. Drew Fry, his 2nd possession of the game. He's got trips to the far side, tight end Fields to the near side. Little slip screen, and I'm not quite sure who he was looking for there. Maybe Johnson. It was well defended either way by the Silver Eagle defense.
Great defense by the Silver Eagles there, and like you said, they were all over that.
Yeah, Eric Shimko was just sent out of a cannon there, and that wouldn't have went anywhere. Maybe Drew Fry just threw that one into the dirt knowing that the defense had that pretty well covered. 2nd and 10 for Middletown. This might be a low scoring. I mean, we were expecting maybe fireworks, but with the field conditions the way they are,
The weather.
it might damper this one. We'll have to see. This one goes to Smith. He fights his way forward, picks up a few. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and long here for Middletown.
Yeah, and good job by the Hodgson defense. They're forcing Middletown into 3rd and longs, and that's key. Anytime you can put a good offense like that at 3rd and longs, it's hard to convert.
3rd down and 7 for Middletown.
We're seeing both lines getting after each other, which I like, in the trenches here.
Here they go. Trips to the near side with the tight end. They give it to Smith off to the far side. He makes one man miss. He's got the first down and more. Smith down the sideline. Still running. Still on his feet. Across midfield down to about the 46, 47-yard line. Najee Smith. We talked about in pregame. Big play. The first one of the day. And it's for Middletown.
He's fast, but he's also shifty, Pat. A couple good shift moves. He got him in the clear, and he made a big play out of that third down.
He's got that Darren Sproles type of mobility out there. You kind of lose him behind the trees. But they say he stepped out of bounds before midfield, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the Middletown 45 instead of across midfield. Here's Fry. He dropping back, and he slips. Footing apparent in this one, and again, the turf monster causes a big play.
Yeah, and we're going to be saying that a lot today, and maybe they might have to change cleats or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's really getting both teams.
This is the type of game where you need those 3/4-inch cleats. You need to unscrew, the 1/4 inch and put the 3/4 inches in. We're going to have to definitely talk a little Benny Mitchell about that.
Yes.
See what he's noticing down on the field. This one goes to Smith. And he slips. They said he was down before that extra effort.
I was just saying, I thought I saw his knee go down. It's hard to tell from where we are, but yeah. There's somebody to bring up a 3rd and long again for Middletown. They're in these 3rd and longs all the time.
Yeah, that it is. And it'll be interesting to see. Maybe you're thinking screen here to Smith. So let's see. You see the Middletown offense, no huddle. They got the wristbands on. That's how they're getting the play in. Trips to this near side, and there's the screen. And they're going to go to Smith, and that's a heck of a play there. Is that Shimko? You're darn right it is.
No.
I should have known better. Eric Shimko with a heck of an effort to make that play.
You called it. You said they were going to run the screen. Hodgson well prepared for it, and great tackle. Because if he doesn't make that tackle, he has open field ahead of him.
And that's where he's most dangerous. Shimko fighting through 2 blocks to make that play. An impressive. That's a young man you're going to hear a lot of today, Eric Shimko. He is all over the field for the Silver Eagles. 4th and long. Another punt upcoming here for Pepper. Gets it away. It's a high wobbler. And Hodgson's going to let this one bounce. And it's going to die at about the 33-yard line, and that's where they're going to take over 1st and 10 for their second possession.
Yeah, and you hear when that ball gets hung up in the wind like that, the return's got to make sure he yells poison or whatever their code word is, so the up men don't get hit by the ball.
Absolutely. That's something that you can't afford, especially in a game like this where you're not moving the ball very much. Field position could loom large, and a play like that would completely flip it. So
Looks like Hodson's got the wind in their back.
Yes, it's what it looks like. You see that the wind definitely blowing that way according to the flags. Here's Henry. He's dropping back. He's set. He's got great protection. He's got Arnold on the wheel route, and it's caught. Oh, is it dropped? They say he did not complete the process. It looked like he hauled that one in, but when he hit the ground, it came loose. There's some dirty laundry on the field, though, Jay. Let's see what this flag is, but another great throw by Henry.
Yes, it was. And I think that's a smart play when you got the wind in your back. Just take some shots.
I'll tell you what, man. Hodgson, if it weren't for the elements right now, they might have 2 touchdowns. And let's see. It looks like it's going to be holding against the Silver Eagles, and that's what it is. That's a big penalty, Jay.
Yeah, because now it brings up.
It's like a 1st and 27. And now I think you got to watch Hodgson maybe on a screen pass to Bobby Arnold. We'll see what they do, but they've had some opportunity for some big plays, and they've just let them kind of go through their hands. I know it's a chilly day, but they're going to be looking back at this one, hoping they had those. Give this one to Darius Hale. He's going up the middle, and there's not much room there. That Middletown front doing a great job. That tackle led by number 53, Blake Harbert.
Yeah, like you said, great job by this Middletown defense. They're not giving it Hale any running room early in this one.
Darius Hale on the carry for Hodgson. Second down.
So second down and a green mile for the Silver Eagles. That holding penalty definitely hurting them a little bit. There will be trips to this near side. Douglas all alone on the far side. Wind at the back of C.J. Henry. He's going to drop back, looking to do some more damage. He scrambles around. He's got a lot of time. He's going to run and get out of bounds. He's going to pick up about 5, 6, maybe 7 yards. There's a penalty marker on the field.
Back away down the field a little bit. Could this be defensive?
There's two of them. There's two penalties.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm wondering if one is a defensive holding.
We'll see. The officials are chatting it up, but
Or a lineman downfield.
well, I would think that'd be nullified because it wasn't passing. It wasn't a pass. There's holding against Hodgson and holding against Middletown. They're going to offset.
Yep.
And they're going to replay this down here, Jay. So you get the Silver Eagles, couple substitutions. The Shimko brothers both coming in on the offensive side of the ball. You don't see that very often.
No.
The front five seeing a couple substitutions, but still second down and 20. Beautiful day here. I mean, it is windy, but great turnout by fans, too.
It's sold out. I mean, this place is packed. And you expect that. 1 versus 2. Flight A title on the line.
2-by-2 set for the Silver Eagles. Hale in the backfield. He's going in motion. Henry looking for the middle screen. Nothing's there. Ball's popped up in the air, and it's going to fall incomplete. Now, Shimko there, that's an interesting thing. He dove for the football there. That's not a headsy play. He's an illegal receiver. He's not allowed to grab that ball. Luckily, that fell incomplete for the Silver Eagles. Otherwise, that could have been another penalty. Third down and 20. They try to set up a middle screen there. It was well defended by the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it was. Both there so far, defense has been the key early in this one.
Absolutely. Between the wind and the field conditions, this could be a defensive struggle. Here's Henry. He's dropping back. He's looking. He's got one-on-one with Douglas. He comes back. Beautiful protection by the Hodgson offensive line. Henry lets one uncork, and it falls incomplete. That's a tough throw across his body. Intended receiver was Najee Lally.
Yeah,
It's going to bring up fourth down.
great job by the Cavaliers secondary because he had no one open, and he had all day to throw that ball. So great job by the offensive line, but even better job by the Cavaliers secondary.
I'm a little bit surprised. He kind of looked at his initial read, Daniel Douglas on the far side. He had one-on-one coverage with him, a taller receiver going against a smaller corner, and he let that one, he let that opportunity go by the wayside. It'll be interesting to see if someone noticed that on the sideline and talks to him about it. But nonetheless, fourth down and long for Hodgson. That holding penalty killed them. There's a penalty marker.
I think a legal substitution.
Might be too many men on the field here for Hodgson.
I can't see.
Illegal substitution is correct, Jay. 12 men broke the huddle.
Substitution penalty against the Silver Eagles will be a 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
And if you notice, the refs always are counting the players.
That's their job, and that's why, you know, as the up back, you got to be counting. Hey, you're not on. Get off. Get off.
Middletown's like a great field position.
Here's Avila Lopez. Oh, he bobbles it. Does not panic. Oh, you squibber, but look at that thing bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Look at Teagle. He gets a few yards on the play, ends up being brought down around the 44-yard line. Hodgson's got good field, Middletown has good field position here. And let's see if they can put something together here towards the end of the first quarter.
Teagle on the return. Brought down by number 23, Andre Frazier. and 10 for the Cats. The ball spotted on Hodgson's 44-yard line.
It's going to be tough for Middletown, like we talked about the wind, although it's been kind of whipping around both ways. Now Middletown has it to their back slightly and also across the field going from the near sideline to the far.
Yeah, that's one thing, like Pat said, this wind is shifting, so.
It's unpredictable. Smith in the backfield with Fry. He gives it to Najee Smith, and he's swallowed up. Nothing doing there. Big-time play by big number 50, Dymar Wallace, the senior.
He was not going to let him fool him with those shifty moves, and he ate him up. And Middletown, it seems like every first down they're going to negative yardage,
and
which puts them in the hole.
That's a big thing. I mean, you got to play ahead of the sticks, right? They talk about in the NFL like staying on schedule.
Yep.
Right? They're off schedule right now. 2-by-2 set here for Middletown. They got their weapons on the field. Fry scans the defense. And he said he got back there. Here's Fry dropping back. Pressure on. He's hit as he throws. And it's, almost intercepted and nearly caught.
Yeah, that was kind of one of them where, he's going to intercept it. Oh, wait, if you caught. And then it hits the ground.
And Amir Mitchell-Marvel was right in Fry's face as he threw. Hit him right in the legs as he let that one go. This Hodgson Silver Eagle defense is getting a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they are. The defensive line is controlling the Middletown offensive line right now. This one.
Both defensive lines seem to have the advantage in this game. As you can see, Middletown looking to the sideline. A lot of colors, a lot of numbers being put up. It's like the Oregon Ducks back in the day under that one head coach who we won't mention. Fry dropping back, looking, firing. It's intercepted. Shimko's got some blockers in front, and he takes the ball across midfield. Beautiful job there by number 55, Brandon Shimko.
He read the quarterback's eyes and got in front of the receiver, picks it off, and now gives Hodgson good field position with 1:10 left here in the first quarter.
What a play by Brandon Shimko, and you're right, Drew Fry was locked into his number one target the whole time, and Shimko just dropped back into his zone and hit him right dead in the chest. Big turn of events here. Let's see if Hodgson can take advantage of it. 1:10 to go until the opening quarter ends. It'll be interesting to see if the turnover battle is a difference in this one.
Normally when the two evenly matched teams or close to evenly matched teams play, turnover battles are the key.
This one's Bobby Arnold going up the middle. Again, not much doing. Tackle made there by number 21, Ralph Alessi.
Both teams are doing well against the ground game. Both defensive lines are doing a great job slowing down both teams' running games.
They are. I would say he picked up about 3 on that play. 2nd down and 7 for Hodgson.
Josh Ames, number 28 on the carry for Hodgson. 2nd down.
Two receivers to the near side for Henry. He's going to drop back. He's looking. He's surveying the field. Again, great protection. That one's a little low. He kind of lost his footing as he threw that one. Intended receiver on the play was Najee Lally.
3rd down.
And I think the coverage for both teams in the secondary have been spot on today. There has not been many open receivers.
There has not. You're exactly right. Hodgson had a few opportunities early, but towards the end of this quarter, Middletown has kind of gathered their footing a little bit in the coverage game. 3rd down and 7 for Hodgson. Wholesale changes. It's got to be nice. Both of these teams have deep rosters, and it's got to be nice when you can put your 3rd down group in as an offense. Henry dropping back to throw. Fires, and it's another one in and out of the hands of Elijah Lewis. It would have been good for 1st down yardage. But Hodgson's got to be kicking themselves with these opportunities they've had.
Yeah, now an interesting call here, Pat. It's 4th and 7. You're at the 39. I'm thinking maybe punt and pin them
Pin 'em.
in.
That's what it's looking like they're going to do. Avila Lopez. It looked like there might have been a decision
Yes,
to be made
because
there, but
it looked like the offense was on the field for a little bit. But I think this is the right call. We've seen that this has been a defensive battle, so see if you can pin Middletown back. Good job by the Cavaliers not letting that turnover turn into points.
absolutely not. Here's Avila Lopez. Pressure doesn't quite get to him. That's a nice, beautiful punt.
Coffin corner.
Cornered it right at the 3-yard line. Son, you could not have placed that ball down there any better.
Yeah. Nicely done. Great job.
And Coach Moffitt ends up making the right decision on there. Pinning Middletown deep in their zone, 14 seconds until the end of this first quarter.
Yeah, we've seen on first down running plays where Hodgson has stopped Middletown for negative yardage. So if they could get a negative yardage play here, all of a sudden it could lead to a safety. That's how important that field position is in this one.
Especially with the footing the way it is, anything can happen.
Yeah, we saw Fry slip on just a simple drop back.
And you can see a full house backfield here for Middletown. Kind of a pistol. Here's Smith, and he just gets out of the goal line. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it. Hodgson smelling safety.
Yeah. And that will bring us to the end of the quarter here, Pat.
That it will. Nothing in a game of a battle between number 1 and number 2. We're going to go 30-second commercial break. We're going to come back with Benny Mitchell on the sideline right after this.
Wowing our customers with great products and even greater customer service. 30 years later, we are still doing exactly that. Whether you're looking for marketing tools to promote your business, gifts for your employees or clients, or planning a special event. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first...
Sports game of the week, number 1 versus number 2, Middletown and Hodgson. We're going to go down right now to our guy on the sideline, Benny Mitchell. Tell us about the field conditions and what you're seeing down there.
Hey, Pat, field conditions down here. Everything you saw. Really rough. Catch passes. Michigan's going to play a huge role in this game. Both teams have had a shot in each other's side. Somebody's got to take advantage of one of these. We're 0-0 for the conference championship.
Yeah, he's exactly right there, Jay. Both teams can't seem to find their footing in this one. And Sloom and Large, we're going to see right now, this could be the difference in the game, this possession. At least in this first half. This is a big moment in the game. If Middletown can get out and swing it, or if they're struggled like this, did they get out? And it looks like they fought their way across. Can't quite see who was at on the carry. He just gets out of the end zone. That was Smith again. They're getting close.
Yes, they are.
They are definitely close. Third down and 10 for Middletown. Pinned in their own zone. Let's see if they're going to even attempt to drop back on the pass here. They're spreading the field out. And Fry's going to keep this one, and he's going to at least push the ball out towards the 10-yard line for a little bit of extra room for this punt.
I like that call. Get you some room for your punter.
And to see if the field position battle can do anything. Back deep for Hodgson is Cameron Thomas and Bobby Arnold. Both can be electric in the return game. So here we go. Middletown. Here's the punt by Pepper. He gets it away. That's a nice punt. Goes right to Cameron Thomas. See if he can set his blocks up. There's a penalty marker on the field, and Thomas gets it across the 35-yard line. Let's see what the penalty marker is, though, Jay.
Pat, he was doing some east and west running there,
He was.
and instead of getting forward. And
Cameron Thomas on the return, pushed out by number
Let's see what the penalty. They're talking to the Hodgson sideline, so that kind of pushes towards a Middletown penalty. Let's see what it is exactly. Legal block in the back coming against the Silver Eagles, so I was wrong about that. And this is going to push the field position back a little bit more. Middletown's got it like that.
yeah, and like you said, when your runner's running east to west, sometimes that's where you're trying to create a hole for him, and you're going to see those blocks in the back.
So it is still good field position for Hodgson at the Middletown 45 now.
Yeah, Hodgson's won the field possession battle in this one, but just hasn't been able to capitalize on it.
And they've had big play opportunities that they are sure are kicking themselves about. They very easily could have 2 touchdowns in this one. Henry, swing pass, complete out to Thomas. He picks up maybe 1 yard. There's some talking going on here between the two teams.
Yeah, and if you're a coach, you want them to control themselves, because you do not. Last thing you need is a 15-yard penalty here.
Oh, absolutely. It can swing on either end the field position game. 1 yard gain on that play, bringing up a 2nd down and 9 for Hodgson. The officials warning both teams, keep your cool.
Yeah, and I think that's a great job by the officials, letting them know, hey, next time, possibility of flag.
So here's C.J. Henry in the backfield. Motion man is Lolly. There's going to be a reverse play here. And there's another penalty marker on the field. That was about a 5-yard gain on the play by Cameron Thomas. But let's see what the marker is.
It's
It's
right in the holding territory.
holding against Hodgson.
And so the penalties have been killing Hodgson.
Absolutely. They've shot themselves in the foot in this game, dominating the football game on every aspect of it, except for penalties and big play opportunities that they've let slip by. They've only shot themselves in the foot.
holding against Hodgson.
And if you're Middletown, you know you're playing a sloppy game right now, but it hasn't hurt you yet.
No.
And they got it like that. 2nd down and long, way long. We'll give Benny Mitchell some love here. We're going to say 2nd down in Rehoboth.
There you go. Yes, Rehoboth Beach.
Yep. Henry in the backfield with Hale. He drops back, pumps, looks, wheel route to Thomas. Just 1 step too far in front of him, and that one falls incomplete.
Yeah, you see Hodgson trying his double moves with that pump fake by Henry a couple times and trying to hit that wheel route.
And I think on a regular day,
That-
out the mud,
Yeah.
these are completions for
Yep.
big plays with Hodgson. The footing, it definitely causing some issues, and the cold. I mean, I'm sure these guys' hands are a little cold a little bit,
Yes.
and that has something to do with it. 3rd down and long here for the Silver Eagles. 2-by-2 set. Bobby Arnold in the backfield, I believe. Henry, drop a back screen pass. They get it to Arnold, and he loses his footing and falls. Now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what this one is.
Bobby Arnold, tackled by number 21, Ralph Alessi. There is a flag on the play.
I'm not. It was thrown right at where the tackle was. I'm not sure what they could have seen there.
Yeah, I'm with you, Pat. What could it have been a possible face mask? Could it be a holding on the offense? Lineman downfield?
That's a screen pass.
I think they're going to wave it
They're
off.
I was going to say, I'm not 1,000% sure what they could have called there. It didn't seem like there was any infraction. Anyway, Hodgson again starts with great field position, but squanders it, and they're forced to punt. Great job by the Middletown defense holding their ground.
Back deep for the Cavs.
There's an
Lopez will
Johnson back deep for Middletown. One play can change this game, Jason. It looks like this could be a low-scoring game. Avila Lopez with the punt. Couple bounces. Johnson will pick it up. He keeps his footing, still on his feet, fighting his way to about the 30-yard line. Middletown will get the ball there, 1st and 10. It's been a struggle. Been a sloppy game so far, Jay.
Yeah, it has. Both so far it's been a defensive battle, but so far the players of the games have been the punters and the defense. But like you said, it's the footing. It seems like it's affecting both teams' offenses and not the defenses.
Absolutely. Both teams kind of are built on speed and athleticism, especially Middletown. And when it's muddy like this, that gets nullified. We saw it last night with Delmar. Delmar's built on speed as well. And when it's muddy, you can't get your footing. You got to be extra cautious. Middletown trips to the near side. Fry in the under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to roll to the right. He's got a guy. Oh, what a throw and what a catch. Drew Fry to Asias Guthrie. Gets the ball up to midfield. Perfect placement, and what an effort on the catch.
Yeah, great catch. That's laying yourself out to make that catch.
First down for the Cavs.
Unbelievable. So there's the first big play of the game for Middletown. Let's see if that gets them rolling a little bit. 1st and 10 at midfield.
Yeah, that's where Fry had to put that ball. Well coverage on the play, too.
Yeah, beautiful ball there by Drew Fry. Middletown spreading it out 2-by-2 set. Tight end in the near side to give it to Smith. He's up the middle. He's got a hole. And he loses his foot. That was one of those cuts that if this wasn't muddy, he's breaking that thing.
Yeah, and you can see his shiftiness. He makes those cuts. And like you said, on a day where the field's like this, it's going to be hard to do.
2nd down and 4. Middletown trying to get the offense rolling a little bit. 2 good plays in a row.
Finally staying ahead of the chains.
That they are. They're running up to the line. They're set. Trying to get into a rhythm. Here's Fry. He gives it to Smith. He's got the 1st down yardage, fighting his way down to the 35-yard line. Middletown is grooving right now.
Yeah, they are. This is the Middletown offense we're used to seeing.
Staying in momentum in the no huddle here. Looking to the sideline, some personnel changes. 7:50 to go here until halftime.
And the ref will stay over the ball because Middletown had their defense substitutions, so he'll give Hodgson a chance to substitute.
They get their signs. A lot of colors, a lot of numbers over there on that Middletown sideline. Smith, the only back in the backfield. Motion man there is number 9, Isaiah Griffin. Fry rolling. He's being pressured. Keeps on his feet, and he is knocked out of bounds on the play there by Amir Mitchell Marvel. Somehow, looks like Fry, he loses 2-3 yards on the play. Never mind. So nice job there by the Hodgson pressure. Big time pressure coming off the edge by Michael Sanchez, number 3.
Yeah, great pressure there, Pat. They finally got a chance to get Johnson Fry chasing him out, and he was not able to get it downfield to Johnson.
Middletown now with the 2nd and 13. Fry takes the snap. It goes to Smith. He's got a hole. And he gets across the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of about 8 on the play. 3rd and manageable now for Middletown. You can see, as long as you can run straight line, you're fine. It's when you have to make those cuts that the grass starts to become a problem.
I think that's probably one of the messages last time when I got to the sideline to Smith. Hey, just run straight forward.
3rd down and 3 for Middletown. I also like that they're giving him the ball off tackle, not trying to get the ball to him up the middle.
Yes. This is going to be a game of adjustment.
Here's Fry. Looks over to the Hodgson sideline and gives a point. Let's see what happens here. He gives it to Smith. He's across the 25. That's good enough for first down yardage. Tackle on a play by Sanchez. Middletown getting a little bit of a rhythm going, Jay, like we talked about. Their best drive of the day so far. Not quite sure why the Middletown players are looking to the Hodgson sideline. There's a timeout. This is going to be by Hodgson. They smell that there's an adjustment that needs to be made. A timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick one as well. 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back after this break.
Time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. Mr. Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that each buyer will receive the best mortgage to fit their needs.
And we're back here, ladies and gentlemen. 6:17 to go until halftime. Middletown driving down the field. I'm Pat Garianis once again with Jason Winchelman. Jay, this is the best possession maybe either team has had so far in the first half.
Yeah, and it was all set up by that one pass play on the first down play, and now you got some successful runs by Smith, and now all of a sudden you're moving the ball deep into Hodgson territory.
Yep. Inside the 25-yard line. This is scoring territory for Middletown. Like we talked about this first half, a lot has had to do with the playing surface. Not a lot of great footing.
Yep.
And there's Fry. That's why he kept looking over to the sideline. His hand warmer was over there. It must have been collected at some point during the game. He's got it, straps it, throws it behind him. It's out there, though. And Fry takes the snap, goes to Smith. Great job by the Hodgson defense. Wow. They were all over that one.
Yeah.
Brandon Shimko in on the tackle.
You're mentioning that name a lot today here in the first half, and he just read that play and well defended. And
yeah, he had a big interception earlier, and they sniffed that one out there like, Niger, you're not getting any more on us here. Second down and 13.
And we saw that timeout. I wonder if that's what was said. Hey, let's look for a Smith off tackle.
Well, Middletown has not thrown the football a lot in this game. They've elected to try to run the ball with a lot of their plays. Here's Fry. He's dropping back to pass here. He's looking. He's lobbing one up, and it's just out of the reach of his intended target there, Trey Griffin.
Yeah, very good. I like the play call. Great coverage, though, by Hodgson there. He was all over him. Griffin was
Lester Coleman.
Yeah.
The sophomore. Yeah, like you said, amazing of it. But Fry with a good throw. Back shoulder, put it where only his receiver could get it or fell incomplete. However, third down and long here for Middletown. They've had a great success on this possession, but they're in danger of this stalling out here. And look at this. We got a quad diamond formation to the near side here. Let's see what this means for Middletown. Fry dropping back, going across the middle. Diving play incomplete for Johnson. There's a penalty marker on the field. Oh, my. Is this going to be interference? Oh, let's see what this call is. This could be huge.
Yeah, this could be. I think it is going to be interference or maybe a hit to defenseless receiver.
Oh, he was behind him. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let's see what the official says. And they're going to say pass interference against Hodgson on that one.
That's a tough call.
That's a
very tough call.
That one is without a doubt a tough one. I mean, it was a good throw by Fry. Put it where only Johnson could. It looked like good coverage, but that's why we're up here in the booth and we're not down there.
Exactly right. We couldn't see if a hand was on them.
Right. And that's going to be an automatic first down for Middletown. That's huge on a third and long. Now Middletown with in deep striking distance at the 14-yard line.
First down for the Cavs.
First down to 10. Let's see what they elect to do here. New running back in the backfield. That's number 20, Ben Martin. They give it to him. Yeah, Fry keeps it. He's got a lot of room, and it's a touchdown. Middletown strikes first. Drew Fry, 14 yards for the score.
He faked us out.
He did.
And they faked out the Hodgson defense. Great run there by Johnson, and Middletown strikes first on the board. An impressive drive.
An impressive drive is right. Middletown kind of got their bearings on that drive finally after kind of being off balance for most of this first half. And if you're Hodgson, again, those plays early on in the game where you let big opportunities fall by the wayside,
yes,
you got to be wondering about them. On to attempt the extra point is number 32, Kayla Bierlein.
Yeah, she's had a great career here at Middletown.
That she has. Johnson with the hold. Bierlein extra point is up, and it is good. So with 5:16 to go here in the first half, Middletown finally puts one on the board. It's 7-0 Cavaliers. See, it'll be interesting to see here what Hodgson does to answer. 5:16 to go. Middletown, let's see if the defense, a little momentum shift potentially here. Let's see what they do. 3 guys back deep for Hodgson. There's Joshua Ames, the freshman, number 28. There's Bobby Arnold, the sophomore. And then on the far side, of course, is Cameron Thomas, another sophomore. A lot of young skill position players for Hodgson that are just extremely talented.
Yeah, they are.
Ames, the lone freshman on the roster. And here's the kickoff, little squib kick. It's going to be retrieved by that freshman Ames. He picks it up, and he's still fighting. He gets around the outside, and he is forced out of bounds. Good job by the freshman, getting that ball across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. And let's see what Hodgson can do here. Oh, wait a second. We got a penalty marker on the field on the far sideline, over on that Middletown sideline. Let's see what it is. Is it another penalty against Hodgson?
Hodgson shoots themselves in the foot with these penalties.
They really have.
Let's see, Al.
Dead ball, personal foul against Hodgson.
Personal foul against the Silver Eagles. Be a 15-yard penalty.
That's a 15-yard penalty, and that is huge. Like you said, Hodgson has just really hit themselves. They've really shot themselves in the foot in this first half.
And the coach wants an explanation on who that was on, because I'm sure he will.
There's the far sideline.
Yep.
It's hard to see, especially when you're watching the ball. So this moves Hodgson back to their own 23-yard line. 5:06 to go, trailing now 7-0. And look at over there, Douglas. He's got a good 7-yard cushion between him and his defender. That might be something they look to. Henry gives it off. This is Hale up the middle, fighting his way, breaking it to the outside. And he is brought down by Tamar Teagle. Nice play, but a big 7-yard gain for Hodgson.
Yeah, that's strong running right there. He's able to break it through the defenders and get some extra yards.
And that's what you've seen from Darius Hale here in his high school career. He is definitely a hard runner. 2nd down and we'll say 2 for Hodgson. That was a pickup of 8. No huddle for them. Henry's going to keep it. He gets across to about the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Hodgson. So now maybe they try to use some tempo, much like Middletown did on their last drive.
Yeah.
Bobby Arnold coming in for Hale. They're going to huddle up on this one. 4.5 minutes to go into the half.
And remember, Pat, if they can have this long drive here, they get the ball to start the second half, too.
Yeah, right. That's a good point, Jay. They could score and then get back-to-back possessions. That could be big. Now you see press coverage coming from Middletown. Cover 2 look. They give it to Arnold on the pitch. He's got some speed, gets to the outside. Oh, nice job coming up on that play by number 9, Isaiah Griffin.
Great job by him. He read that play. He gets over there and makes a great open field tackle.
He does. It's still a 5-yard gain
Yes.
on the play, but that could have been even bigger. 2nd down and 5 for Hodgson, as they're trying to get something going here. They've gotten some good drives, but they've stalled, either penalties or just missed opportunities. They give this one off. This is Arnold up the middle. He picks up maybe 2-3 yards on that play before he's swallowed up. Let's see what Hodgson does here, if they go no huddle or what. It looks like they're going to huddle up. Or not.
Number 70.
Yeah, they're huddling up.
Sproul on the tackle for Middletown.
C.J. Henry breaks them out of their huddle. Single receiver to this near side. Trips to the far side.
Key 3rd down here, Pat.
Henry. Little shovel past Arnold, and he's got room. Arnold across the 45 into Middletown territory. That's a touchdown saving tackle there.
Oh, I love
By
that
Samart
call.
Eagle.
I love that call on the 3rd and short. Nice little shovel pass. Gets the job done. And like you said, if that tackle isn't made, he's going to the house.
So Hodgson trying to answer here.
44-yard line.
44 yards away from pay dirt. A little bit. Both teams have looked maybe their best on this last possession of the first half. Perhaps adjustments being made to the playing surface. Here's Arnold again. He gets to the outside. Nice job coming up, Nick Johnston.
That's a hit.
That's
a big man hit right there,
absolutely. He comes up from his safety position. He sniffed that one out. And there was nothing doing there for Arnold. Loss of 1. That's impressive. Johnston was a good 12 yards deep on that. Comes up and makes the tackle in the backfield. 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to go until halftime. Hodgson trying to answer a Middletown touchdown. Henry drops back. Looking all day to throw. He's had good protection. He's going to scramble. He can move. He gets it down to about the 36-yard line. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 2 for the Silver Eagles. The clock will stop at 1:44. That's a nice job there by Henry. Great protection up front. He realized nobody's open. Let me go get what I can.
Get some yards.
Picks up about 9 on that play, bringing up the 3rd and 2. Smart play.
Yes, it is. Headsy play for the sophomore.
Trips to this near side. Douglas all alone on the far side. Hale in the backfield. Henry's going to keep it. He's going to go, and there's not much doing there. Tackle made by Alessi. He may have picked up 1. It's going to be 4th and 1 for Hodgson. They had that one sniffed out. Both guys were stopped. Hale would have been stuffed, and Henry got stuffed.
Great job by the Middletown defense reading that play.
Same formation here for Hodgson. This time the give goes to Hale. He's got the 1st down. He's fighting his way. Tackled by Teagle. 1st and 10 for Hodgson. Around a minute to go. They got to hurry up. And they're going no huddle.
First down, Hodgson.
1:12 to go as the clock will start after the chains moved. Here's Henry. He's dropping back. Not much doing. He's going to get out of bounds. He might have lost a yard or 2 there.
He stopped the clock by getting out of bounds.
That's very true.
Yep.
However, instead of losing yards,
Yeah.
maybe he should have flicked it to the wheel route and just threw it out of bounds.
Yep.
But that's something that's this sophomore. I'm sure he'll watch tape on it, and that is something that he will adjust to in the future.
Hodgson still has 2 timeouts, Pat.
They still got 2 timeouts. 59 seconds to go, and a 2nd down and 12 at the 34-yard line. Henry drops back. Good protection again. He's looking. He's lobbing one up. And it's incomplete. Overshooting Najee Lally. Nice coverage there by Middletown. That was triple coverage. And it's going to bring up a third down and long for Hodgson now. Middletown has done a good job in coverage after them early plays by Hodgson that they let fall through their hands. I mean, Middletown has kind of zipped it up.
And they had not been fooled by any of those double moves.
No, they have not. Big third down here for Hodgson. 51 seconds to go. Middletown on top, 7-0. Here's Henry. He takes the snap. He's looking, dropping back. He's scrambling and he's tripped up. Nice job. Who is that on the play? Big number 62. Sean Freeberg with the sack. That was a good job by him. I mean, you saw Henry starting to scramble there, and he just sticks the arm out and trips him up.
The good thing about this for Hodgson is you're probably not going to score on this drive, but you took enough time off the clock that it's, if you don't convert this fourth down play, no time remaining for Middletown.
There's 15 seconds and counting. Fourth down and long. Timeout, I believe, was called. This one's going to be blown dead. And I mean, if you're Coach Blum, why did you let so much time tick off? You know, I mean, you should have called that timeout right away, and then you would have had 35 seconds or so. Instead, you call it with 7 seconds. At that point, you might as well just let the play happen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, with just 7 seconds left in the first half, we want to
because more than likely now, this will be the last play of the half.
Yeah. And like I said, if you're Hodgson, you got this fourth down play. You throw the ball in the end zone. It's the end of the half. You don't get the points, but you don't. At least Middletown doesn't get the ball back, and you get the ball to start the second half. And you have to feel some momentum. You were able to move the ball on this drive.
Without a doubt, you're exactly right. You've had good protection all day, but you really need it now.
Yes.
And this wind's whipping. Right now it's in the face of C.J. Henry. He's really going to have to uncork one to get it to the end zone with as strong as this wind is.
Concession stand to collect your prize, and thank you so much for supporting Hodgson Athletics.
So now it's whipping across the field. Let's see what they do. Here's the Silver Eagles. Probably the last play before the half. Screen pass to Hale. Here's Darius Hale. He's going to trip up, and that's going to be it. We're going to go to halftime. It's going to be 7-0.
Darius Hale on the reception for Hodgson.
As that one will bring us to halftime. So a sloppy first half due to the field conditions.
Yes.
But Middletown puts together a good drive here in the second quarter, and they lead 7-0. We're going to go down to Benny Mitchell here with his halftime comments. Benny, what are you seeing down there in the first half?
In there, nobody can make a cut, so you're seeing a lot of guys slipping and sliding, and playing a big part in this game. Henry has plenty of time to throw the ball. His line is doing a heck of a job blocking.
Thanks, Benny. It's kind of hard for us to hear him, but I know one of the points he was making was about how Hodgson's offensive line has done a great job protecting Henry.
Yep.
But Middletown's secondary has just been unbelievable here in this first half. After those early plays, they've kind of been the difference maker.
Yep.
So we're going to take a little break here. 7-0 Middletown on top. We'll come back after a few commercials, and me and Jay will give our comments about what we've seen here and break down this first half right here on your 302 Sports Game of the Week.
We're here with the voice of experience to help you every step of the way for your complete satisfaction. Visit our new showroom in the Mill Creek Shopping Center, 4577 Kirkwood Highway. Unique image, you envision, we create. Brian is often commended on how efficient and effortless he makes the mortgage process for everyone from first-time home buyers to investors to experienced buyers. For the loan that fits you, contact Brian today. The Hadley Group is your local real estate resource. Brian Hadley joined Patterson Schwartz & Associates in 2005. In 2013, Nicole Flora joined Brian, followed by Emma Burnett and Grant Jepp in 2014. That's when the Hadley Group was formed. Patterson Schwartz Associates offer you exceptional knowledge of local market conditions and a commitment to represent you honestly and professionally. So for your next purchase or sale, think the Hadley Group. Visit our website at thehadleygroupre.com.
Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust. Life's too short to hate your home. Remodel your home with the pros voted Delaware's #1 home improvement company. Ferris Home Improvements has something for every homeowner at their new showroom on the corner of Kirkwood Highway and Harmony Road in Newark, Delaware. Explore products and layouts with the area's top designers. Touch and feel products that inspire your dream space. Ferris Home Improvement's pride in the details make them the area's best in roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchens and bathrooms. Want a professional no-pressure remodel? Go see the best at the Big Shamrock on Kirkwood Highway. Ferris Home Improvements. Quality workmanship from a neighbor you can trust.
As a military wife, I love helping our airmen and their families with financial tools to help provide financial stability.
I promise to make a positive difference in your financial life, from helping you to lower your payments to discovering ways to help you save for your children's future.
From the needs of college students and first-time auto buyers, I promise to identify and take ownership of your needs.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Solo Concepts. Solo Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group on the culinary coast with 10 locations. We're a chef-driven group. Come check us out. See you soon. Solo Concepts believes in the vision of our founder, Matt Haley. Cook beautiful, simple food, develop the people we work with, and make the world a better place. Solo Concepts on the culinary coast with 10 locations from Lois, Delaware to Fenwick Island. Come check us out.
No matter where you are in life, at every stage, we are here for you. For all of life's big moments and everything in between. After all, that's what family promise to make a life and be a part of the Dover Federal family.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the half here. It's 7-0 Middletown on top of cut. Benny Mitchell alluded to that, but as you can see, there's not a lot of yards in this one. Stats for Middletown: Najee Smith, 54 yards rushing. That's about the most yards you're going to hear from anybody on the day. Drew Fry, 19 yards passing on 3 of 7. He does have the touchdown run, and then 1 interception. So it's been a struggle for Middletown. They're based off speed. Jason Mitchell, he's on his way back up here now. And then for Hodgson, you're looking Bobby Arnold, 8 yards rushing. Darius Hale, 28 yards rushing. As far as passing, C.J. Henry hasn't looked too bad. He's 5 of 13, and to be completely honest with you, he's had at least 3 or 4 passes that should have been completed for 32 yards. And penalties, that's been a big difference maker as we welcome back Jason Winchell into the booth here. Well, not the booth, I should say, on top of this of the bleachers here in the cold. Penalties for Hodgson, 6 of them for 60 yards. That's a big difference in this.
That was the key. Every chance they had where they looked like they had a key first down, the penalties were the difference.
Absolutely, and those stats given to us by our great sideline guy, Benny Mitchell.
He's on top of it down there.
He is, and we're going to work on trying to make sure that he's coming through to you guys at home. I'm pretty sure the last time he came through, it was a little tough, obviously, with the amount of people here with the wireless mic. It can cause a little bit of interference, not to mention the try to do something there at halftime and get that all squared away. But the second half, about 3 minutes from getting underway, and Jay, we talked about it before you got up here about, it seems to be the field conditions that have caused this game to be sloppy, and not a lot of yards in this one for either team.
No, it's been like you said, the footing along with both teams' defenses have been really good in this one, and it's been a great game, and kind of, I think scoring-wise, not what we expected, but we expected a close game, and it's a one-score game.
Absolutely, and if you had to think about some adjustments for both teams going into second half to really get this game on their side, what are you thinking for both Middletown and for Hodgson?
First for Hodgson, I think they're doing a good job of being balanced. They got to stay away from the penalties. That's one adjustment I would make is at least be smart. Also, I think they had success on that last drive with a few runs up the middle from Hale, got him going up the middle, and Arnold had a couple good runs. So let's see if they can do that again, try and get the ground game going. For Middletown, I think that they made adjustments on the last drive before the half.
Yeah.
They got Smith a little bit more off tackle because he was not having success up the middle. Maybe looking to do that. And also, I think on a day like this, it's hard to complete those long passes.
Yes.
So get those short passes going. Screen games, wide receiver screens, bubble screens, anything like that. Try and get your receiver out there and have him make a move.
Jay, I think you're exactly right, because the bombs in a game like this, with the wind whipping around, can cause some inaccuracy because you don't know how the ball's going to go when you're putting it up in the air high like that. I agree with that. So, I mean, we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. Hodgson's going to start with the ball. I mean, Jay, this is going to be a big-time possession for the Silver Eagles. They've struggled to move the ball. They've had some opportunities that they could have, if they could have just hauled the ball in, they might have a score or two on the board. We'll see what they can do. You talk about their balance, and I think C.J. Henry has had himself a good game throwing the football despite the wind being the way it is. But like you said, penalties, man, they're gonna have to limit those.
Yeah, they're gonna have to limit the penalties. But I also think that last drive for Hodgson before the half, they did not get any points out of it. They took some time off the ball and they were able to move it.
Yeah,
that's one thing to help out your defense is keep the Middletown offense off the field.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think maybe starts middle.
Yes.
So much. I think that could really help them just as much as it helped Middletown on their scoring drive. So the halftime clock has hit zeros, and the 12 has been put back up as we enter quarter 3. The Silver Eagles are set to receive here as Middletown is going to look to kick it away. Here we go, 1 versus 2, second half action coming right at you.
Middletown will kick off the Hodgson to begin the second half.
It is chilly up here, but Jason Winslow, like you reported off air, it's a lot warmer down at ground level.
Yes, it does.
That wind
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
seem to be going down there. It's staying up with us. Oh, here we go. The 3 men back deep for Hodgson are the same as they were last time. It's Thomas, it's Arnold, and it's Ames. On to kick for the Cavaliers is number 62, Sean Freeberg. As Middletown's bouncing around, they got the cockiness going. They're bouncing around, ready to rock. That's what happens when you're the number 1 team in the state.
Yes.
I got to tell you, really the only time you've seen Middletown look disappointing was against the 3rd-ranked team of the nation at the time, IMG Academy, which, we kind of had an idea that, they were going to go down there and they were going to struggle against a team like that. However, it was only 14-7 after the first quarter.
Yes.
So they held their own for at least the first quarter of the game. I mean, eventually IMG got things rolling, but, I mean, this is the class of Delaware football right here. That's why they're bouncing around with a little bit of swagger with them. Here's the squib kick. This one, once again, is going to be retrieved by the freshman Ames. He comes to the near sideline, and he's tripped up across the 30-yard line. That was Griffin again, Isaiah Griffin, on that tackle.
He's having a big game, making some tackles on both special teams and the defense.
Absolutely, and great hair.
Yep.
Isaiah Griffin got great hair.
Yes,
Comes
he
through
does.
the back of the helmet. This is kind of similar to what we saw a couple years ago from Del Percio. He kind of had that long flowing hair coming out of his
Yes, he did. You're
hair.
absolutely right.
The back of his helmet. So here we go. Hodgson's first possession of the second half is going to start once again. Wide receivers spread across 2 by 2. Arnold in the backfield. They're going to go off tackle. So let's see if that's their adjustment. Arnold keeps his feet, surges forward, and picks up a decent amount on that first down play. There's some chattering going on over there on the sideline. As we have seen,
yes,
these 2 teams know the severity of this game. And let's see where they mark him out of bounds.
We have
about the 40-yard line. So it's going to be about a second down and about 2.
a couple more important games today, Pat. William Penn, Appoquinimink.
Yes.
For the 6th seed, I think the winner of that's probably going to get the 6th seed.
Wow.
Maybe Sussex Tech can sneak in there on a Middletown loss because some teams will lose bonus points. But it's going to be interesting. And today, Friends Tower Hill for the Independent Conference and a possible home game
wow.
in the Division II playoffs.
Absolutely. So a lot of playoff implications going down on Week 10. You can't ask for anything more. Second down and 1 for the Silver Eagles. Trying to kick off the second half with the poppers. Bobby Arnold up the middle. Makes one cut. He could go. Arnold down the sideline. Still on his feet. Johnston, the last man to beat it. He brings him down to the 5-yard line. Bobby Arnold. Hodgson. Good answer right here to start the half. Jay.
Yeah, what a run. He had, like you said, Pat, they made some adjustments. He's gone off tackle here in the second half, and that's a big run for him.
Bobby Arnold, back-to-back runs. That one was ripped off for, I believe, 61 yards. Or not quite, I'm sorry, 56 yards. 61 would have been a touchdown. 56 yards. First down and goal for the Silver Eagles. They're going to give it to Hale, and he is going to maybe get one. That Middletown front stuffed them. Led by big old number 70, Latarian Spruill. Second and goal for Hodgson. They're trying to tie this game up at 7. Good opening drive for the Silver Eagles.
And done on the ground. We said that.
Nicky Johnson, that was a heck of a play by him.
Absolutely, because now if the defense stiffens up,
they could hold him.
Yep. That's why you never give up on the play.
Field spread across, Hale in the backfield with Henry. Here's CJ. He's going to look to throw here. Rolling, not much doing. He comes back to the other side. He's going to let it go, and he had an open man and a little bit behind his intended receiver, Cameron Thomas. Oh, man, he had him on that one, Jay.
Yes, he did. Great job by Joe. He just Henry extending the play.
Yeah, just a little inaccurate on the pass. It'll bring up a 3rd down goal from the 5 for Hodgson. Arnold checks back in for Hale. This is where the battle will be won up front here. Hodgson still spreading it out. Henry pitches it to Arnold. He looks to get SI, cuts it into the middle, fights. He's close to the goal line. I think he was stopped at about the 1-yard line. Nice tackle on the play by Joshua Atkinson. 4th and goal from the 1, Jay.
Yeah, I was going to say, here comes the big play here early in the 3rd quarter. 4th and goal from the 1.
You can't
I like the call here. You
Yeah.
go. If you don't get it, it gets, the Middletown starting from their own 1 or inside.
Actually, the ball has been moved to the 2-yard line. 4th and goal from the 2 for the Silver Eagles. Another big play in this game. Henry takes the snap, gives it to Arnold. He fights his way, and I think he's stopped.
I do too.
He did not get in.
I don't think he got in.
Stopped at the 1. Middletown's defense with a huge stop right there.
Yes, it is. Great stop by the Middletown defense. And that's why that tackle by Johnson was very important.
Very, very important. And you got to wonder, why was the battering ram Darius Hale not in for that carry with only 1 or 2 yards to get? That could be big. And like you said, Johnston's tackle now is a huge play in this game. Still 7-0. Unbelievable. Not what I expected there.
No.
So now Drew Fry's got to be careful, and Middletown's got to be careful with the ball at the 1. They don't want to give up a safety. Screen pass to Johnston. Makes one man miss, dips under, and he's going to get about 2 or 3 yards on the play. Not too bad, giving themselves a little bit of room. Pickup of, we'll say, 3. Bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I like the call. A little screen pass. They're probably picking stuff in the run, thinking you're going to run out of the end zone. You get a little screen pass, get a little breathing room.
Well, like you said, Jay, I mean, the deep passes aren't going to be there.
No.
You got to hit these screen passes and these little short passes. And so far, we're 2 for 2 with some adjustments we saw.
There we go, yeah.
Off tackle runs and the short passing game. Here's Fry. He gives this one to Smith. He goes through the middle, nothing doing there. Nice job by the Hodgson defense.
And this is a key. If you can hold them to 3 and out here, you're going to get the field position.
Yeah. And Hodgson's had, again, a lot of opportunities. And another play that kind of was, they might look back on is that passing play on 2nd and goal that fell incomplete.
Right.
He was open for 6 there. Here we go, 3rd down and 6, speaking of. 3rd and 6 from Middletown. Let's see what they go here. What they go with. Wind's kind of died down up here a little bit, Jay.
Yes.
It's a little more comfortable here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Fry. He's dropping back. He's rolling. He's rolling. He's letting one go, and he overshoots Nicky Johnston. And Johnston's going to look for a penalty, but that ball was uncatchable there. And there we go. Hodgson's defense holds 3 and out.
3 and out.
That's big for your defense. I mean, if you're the coaching staff from Hodgson, you got to be pumped up with that.
Yeah.
Because you had a letdown offensively, and it's easy to let the juices go on that, and they didn't. They stiffened up, and they refuse to let Middletown move the ball at
Right.
all.
Yeah, exactly now. And like you said, now you should get good field position out of this.
Absolutely. So here's Pepper on to punt. Again, his personal protector is very close to him. And this one gets away. It's a long, high punt. It gets to retrieved at the 35, and again, the footing causes Cameron Thomas to maybe to lose a yard.
Yeah, and it seems like anytime you're trying to cut and go side to side is where you see them losing their footing. Where if you're going straight ahead.
Right. So 1st and 10, C.J. Henry coming back out. 36-yard line of Middletown is where Hodgson will take over. Now, Hodgson's had, I mean, like you said, they had the big play. They had the chance to score down at the goal line. So they got to have a little bit of confidence here that they will be able to move the ball against Middletown. They just haven't been able to punch one in. Henry, low snap, picks it up, fires it out. This is the Thomas. Hurdles a defender and goes out of bounds around the 30-yard line. Nice athletic play there by Thomas.
Yeah, great play. Like you said, he hurdled and he picked up a few extra yards before getting out of bounds. And
that's about a 6.5-yard gain, 6-yard gain, bringing up a 2nd and 4. Again, short passing game, Jay. Henry has been fairly accurate on all his throws except for that one in the end zone, and there looks to be a cramped player for Middletown. That's Alessi, the middle linebacker. And nobody seems to be running out there now. Here comes the training staff from Middletown. And, of course, there's some fans that feel like, oh, they're just trying to break our momentum.
yeah, it's you see that, especially with these sometimes up-tempo where it's just like, the coach will tell you, just you're cramping up, just go down.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, Jay, I mean, Hodgson has looked like the better team today.
Yeah, they have.
I mean, they've moved the ball more consistently. They haven't as much let the effects of the field bother them, and they've been balanced. But they've had penalties.
Yes.
They've had missed opportunities where they've dropped the ball. Middletown hasn't been able to move the ball at all, except for that one possession.
That one drive.
So, I mean, Hodgson has really won this game in every way, really except for the scoreboard.
Right.
And obviously penalties. So here we go. 2nd and about 4. Henry's going to look to pass. He fakes it. He makes a couple moves. Stays on his feet. He's got some room to run. C.J. Henry down inside the 10-yard line. And the ball came loose, but he was down already. He gets that ball down to about the 7. 1st and goal again for Hodgson as they're looking to roll.
Yeah, you see, Johnson or Fries had a touchdown run on a play like that, and now C.J. Henry with a big run.
Tackle was by number 15, DeQuez Walker. Shout out to A-Walk Edits.
Yes.
But Henry came up a little shook on that play, but he seems to be good. He's going to be in the backfield. I don't think you're going to be seeing Henry run the ball here. I would think if you're the coaching staff for Hodgson. Arnold and Hale in the backfield. Expect one of them to get it here. They go to Darius Hale. He's looking to move. He gets inside the 5-yard line. Pickup of about 2 or 3 on the play. 2nd and goal. Tackle made there by number 33. Camillus Lockett.
Yeah, great job by Lockett sticking his in there, preventing the touchdown.
Absolutely.
But a good play on 1st down. You get it up to the inside the 5.
Yep. 2nd and goal from the 4. Both backs in the backfield again. I think you see Hodgson this time with this opportunity run the ball a little more. They give it to Arnold off tackle, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. And the Silver Eagles finally hit pay dirt. Touchdown, Hodgson. They've dominated the game. They've had 2 great second-half possessions. They get stuffed on one. They would not be denied here.
Now.
And 6:49 to go. They're looking to attempt the game-tying extra point, Jay.
Yes. Great drive by Hodgson. Like I said, they didn't get that first 4th down play, but the defense held, got the ball back in good field position, and came right down the field, and now have a chance to even this one up.
And again, a big run once again set them up. CJ had that one's blocked. Nice job busting through the line there by number 55, Cade Kruger. So, 6:49 to go. It's 7-6. Let's see if that extra point block looms large here as this game goes on. Oh, very popular.
There you go, Chick-fil-A.
Yep, very popular announcement. Is a lot of fans now getting up from their seats, going to grabbing the Chick-fil-A sandwiches at the snack bar. You can't blame them.
No, when I went down to halftime,
they were out.
No, but I saw the lines and they were
that's why
monster.
That's why.
So I'm thinking they probably were waiting for the sandwiches to come back.
So 7-6, that blocked extra point was big for Middletown, and Avila Lopez is going to look to kick off here for Hodgson. Back deep to Marteagle, as well as Najee Smith. That's a good kickoff. It's retrieved by Teagle at about the 14. So Marteagle up the middle. He's got a gap, stays on his feet, still up on his feet, and Hodgson has him surrounded. The nest of Eagles on the play there. However, decent field position for Middletown at their own 37.
Great return.
So now Middletown really gets their first real possession of the second half where they're not pinned in their backfield. Let's see if they can move the ball. Last time they got the ball around this spot, they moved it in for a touchdown right before the half.
The last drive before the half. Like you said, they still had that 1-point lead thanks to blocked extra point.
Yeah, great hustle play by Kruger. So here we go, Middletown. Two receivers set to the near side, tight end, and a receiver to the far side to go to Najee Smith off tackle. He's going to try and get around outside. Shimko's made sure that he did not get the angle there, and he's going to go out of bounds. No gain, or in fact, he lost the yard on that.
Great defense by Hodgson there. We said Middletown had success with those off-tackle runs there late in that second quarter, and there they did not let him get off tackle.
And the key on that play was number 2, Najee Lally, coming up from his corner spot, making Najee Smith have to bounce it outside and not giving him that easy angle off the edge there. Great job by Lally there, fighting off a block and forcing him out of bounds.
Yes.
He didn't make the tackle, but he made the play.
He made the play.
They go to Smith again, up the middle this time. Picks up a few. Tackle made on that play by Eric Shimko, the younger brother.
Yes.
He's a junior. His brother Brandon is a senior. And there's another cramp for Middletown. So that's 2 players now for the Cavaliers who've cramped up.
And even on cold days like this, you still have to hydrate yourself so you do not get these cramps.
Not to mention, I can remember playing, and I'm sure you can remember too, Jay, that on cold days, your body's tight. It's harder to loosen up.
Yep.
So sometimes, it's like your body's shocked a little bit, and you can catch those cramps sometimes. So there's a little timeout on the field as they look to get the cramped player off. And there's some kind of conversation. Maybe there's a whistle. There's a whistle in the stands.
We are asking that you please do not blow the whistles.
That's what it is.
Whistle, please do not blow it. It disrupts the game.
There's a whistle being blown in the stands, and the officials need to they're coming over telling Hodgson that they need to take care of it. But that's what that was all about. Anyway, we're back ready to play football again. Trips to the far side for Middletown. So here's Fry, dropping back, drifting back, rolling, letting one go off the hands of, I believe, that's Bobby Arnold. Now, he did have a wide receiver open, Esias Guthrie down the sideline, but Fry overshot his intended target across the middle there. And that's a 4th down. That's another big stop by Hodgson.
Yeah, Hodgson's defense has come out here and force 2 3 and outs here to start the second half.
Like you said, those long throws, Jay,
Yep.
are going to be the tough ones to make. And right there, that one sailed on Drew Fry. So Thomas and Arnold back deep. Pepper on the punt again. He gets this one away. It's a high one. It's got a nice spiral to it. It's going to bounce once, twice, 3 times football down to about the 12-yard line. And Hodgson is kind of pinned deep in their territory. Great punt by Pepper.
Yeah, great punt. He used the little thing with the wind, got it up in the air, got the high hang time, so couldn't get the return, and then
Another cramped player from Middletown. These poor young men. The hydration part of the game is important. That's Tamar Teagle. He's in some pain down there.
yeah, he is.
You never want to see that. You never want to see any players hurt down there. And anyway, Hodgson, like we said, they dominated the first half, but kind of got in their own way. So far here, halfway through this third quarter, they've dominated the game and they've not shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, so far in the second half, they moved the ball. Their defense has held 2 3 and out. And for the most part, penalty free here in the second half.
Absolutely, and honestly, I mean, you might say, well, Pat, they got stuffed in a first and goal opportunity. Yeah, let's give credit where credit's due. Middletown really put it to them on that one. It wasn't that Hodgson hurt themselves on that play. Here's Henry under center. He gives this one, I believe that's Arnold through the middle. It's going to be about a 5-yard gain, and that's Darius Hale.
Now, one thing about Hodgson here in the second half, they're starting to get the positive yards on a ground game.
Up front, they're starting to win the game on both sides of the ball up front, where in the first half we saw both defensive lines really win the game up front. Hodgson's kind of winning it on both sides of the ball. 2nd down and 5. You can see Douglas. No coverage over there on him. You could easily throw it to him. And they're going to go to him on a slant. That ball's deflected in the air. Falls incomplete. Nice hands on that play by Camillus Lockett.
Yeah, great job by him getting his hands up there and make, especially on those short passes, get those hands up you're taught as a defender and try and knock the ball down.
Sets up a 3rd and 5 here for Hodgson. 5:09 to go here in the third quarter. We'll go down to Benny Mitchell at the end of the quarter, so stick around for that. Hopefully we get that mic rocking and rolling.
Yes.
So here we go. Henry with Arnold in the backfield. 3rd and 5, blitz coming. They go to, this is Hale. He gets around the outside. Johnston comes up, takes the legs out, and it's another tackle for a loss by number 16. This young man, I'm telling you folks, he might be an undersized player, but he is a football player. He is a football player.
You hit the words right there. A football player. Plays both sides of the ball. Great receiver. That's probably what more than you know him, but he is an excellent defender and not afraid to get in there and make a tackle.
You know, I know a lot of, it's kind of a thing you see on Twitter a lot. A lot of people make fun of the saying, he's just a football guy. Nick Johnson's the football guy.
Yes.
You know, he's just a football guy. Here's Avila Lopez on the punt again. Middletown, great defensive possession there. This one's a wobbler across the 40, and it's going to check up. Right there, Middletown's going to have great field position, the greatest field position they've had of the game so far.
Yes, they have.
And Hodgson's 40-yard line is where they'll set up.
That punt had some backspin on it, Pat, unlike my golf shots.
Oh, unlike his golf shots. But a lot like your jump shot, right?
Correct.
All right. The wind picking up. It's really blowing kind of across field, but it's at the back of Drew Fry for this possession. Here's Drew Fry. He gives this one off to Najee Smith. He's got a little bit of room, and he's going to pick up a good chunk on first down there, about 7 yards on that play.
Biggest play here for Middletown in the second half.
To Sean Fitzgerald on that carry, but 7-yard pickup on first down for Smith.
sun's gone in, Pat.
Yeah, I don't like that, but it shouldn't be for too long.
No,
It'll be back out here shortly.
It was good for my computer for a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to see there, I'm sure. 2-by-2 set from Middletown. Smith and Fry in the backfield. Motion man. Backs Fry. He's looking. He's under pressure. He's hit, and he's dropped. It's Fitzgerald again with a big sack.
Great job by Hodgson. And it's turned a second short into a third and long now.
That is a huge play, a 10-yard loss on that play for Middletown, and Hodgson's defense has been very, very good here early in the second half.
Yeah. He had no time. Defense was right in there.
So 3rd and long. Let's see what the Middletown offense can come up with. As they line up under center, one guy you haven't heard anything from on the offensive side of the ball has been Nick Johnston. They've bottled that young man up.
Yes, they have. I'm sure that was in the Hodgson game plan.
Here's Fry. Motion man is Guthrie, and there is a penalty on the field. Is this delay a game? It is.
Yes.
Delay a game. Move it back 5 more for Middletown. Back towards midfield. This has now become a negative yardage possession. Guthrie again in motion. The play looks like it's the same. He's going to make a trip to the near side. Fry rolls back. Pressure coming, rolling. Hits wide open Guthrie. He's going to get to the original line of scrimmage, but that's it. Good defense on that play. Najee Lally with a great tackle brings up a 4th and 10.
And here, I think if you're Middletown, you punt the ball and pin Hodgson back, and now that you're starting to get the field position game.
That it is, and they hold, as slight as it is, a 1-point lead here. As the wind kicks back up, it's going crossfield now. Here's Pepper on the punt. His toes are at midfield. Gets the punt away. It's a high one. And it's going to be touched. That's a live ball, or is it into the end zone? I thought
They call it a touchback. Wow.
Okay. Now, that's a rule that I'm not quite clear on. I know that if it's a kickoff, that's good. But if that ball was touched, I'm not sure. There's a penalty marker on the field. But that's something that they're going to have to talk to Cameron Thomas about here. You got to know where you're at on the field.
Yeah, well, I think luckily for him, he was in the end zone when he caught that ball. So maybe the rule is on punts, too.
Maybe, yeah. That's something we'll have to clear up.
We'll have to clear up.
We apologize for not knowing off the top of our heads. But that one, that was a dangerous potential play there. There's a dead ball penalty right here. Personal foul against Middletown. That's big.
Both ways.
It's a double foul. Not quite sure what. I didn't see it. We weren't paying attention to it. Either way, they're offsetting, and it's still going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 for Hodgson.
And like Pat said, that was post possession, so that's why they don't replay the down.
A little bit of chippiness out there, as you would expect, 1 versus 2. A lot on the line here, bragging rights and positioning for home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yes, top seed.
So here's Henry again, 2-by-2 set. Motion man's Lally, they give it to him. He's got the edge. He gets around the outside. He's still on his feet, fighting his way. That's a good 1st down run right there, as he's forced out of bounds by DeQuez Walker and number 24, Josh Atkinson. So good 1st down run there for Hodgson.
Yeah, and Hodgson said they're getting the 4 or 5 yards here in the second half on the run plays.
That one was good for 7, so 2nd and 3. And they're wasting no time, right back on the ball. Henry gives this off to Hale. He goes up the middle, and he's kind of stuffed. That's a nice job there. Tackle made by number 62. Sean Freeberg. So 3rd down and 1 for Hodgson. This is a big play. Middletown.
Yeah. And, good job by Hodgson. They're here 3rd and short. 3rd and 1.
Yep. So let's see what they come up with. Hale is in the backfield, the big man. Henry's going to keep it, swings it out, and that's doing nothing. It's incomplete. I like the idea, but not good execution there.
Yeah.
4th and 1 is going to be upcoming. Let's see. Would the Silver Eagles go for it here? I mean, if you don't get it,
this is deep. Now maybe they're thinking
they're
maybe
gonna
trying.
They're punting it.
Yeah, I was just saying the only thing I could see was trying to draw them off sides. But I mean, this is a no-brainer, deep in your own territory.
I like the RPO there.
Oh, wait.
It's an RPO run pass option with the swing pass brought in, but I think you give that ball to number 30 there and try and get him to pound ahead for a yard. They're going to have to hurry up as the play clock's about to dwindle down, so if there was a chance for a fake, it's now done. So they're going to move that back 5 yards, and it will be a no-brain punt now.
Now you're punting into the wind. Those 5 yards could come in.
And you can see Coach is not happy at all. Coach Moffitt.
Those are things that you don't want.
Avila Lopez gets this one away, and this one's blowing back towards him. Good bounce. Takes a really nice Hodgson bounce and goes across midfield down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, like you said, nice bounce. At least they got the bounce out of it.
Middletown's got the ball again. They've had a good adjustment here in late in the 3rd quarter defensively, not allowing Hodgson really to get anything going after allowing 2 big plays early in the half.
Yes. Whew.
Cold, Jay?
Yeah.
A little bit, huh?
I'm glad I put 4 long sleeve shirts on and sweatshirt and jacket because it's windy up here.
I've lost the feeling in my toes.
Yeah.
But you know,
it's worth it for a game like this.
Now look at this. It's a tight set here from Middletown. They're going to give this one off. It's going to be Fry, and he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Hodgson was all over that play.
Yeah, great job by the Hodgson defense.
All over that play. Somehow he fell forward and picked up 2 yards.
Yeah, wow. That's a good spot.
I'd say.
I think that will probably take us down to the end of the 3rd quarter unless they hurry up and snap it.
We got breaking news here, Jay. I'll tell you after this. As you can see, Drew Fry going deep, looking for Teagle. It falls incomplete. That's good coverage on the play there by Michael Sanchez. Bring up a 3rd and long. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Dario Stretch and Rob.
Oh, wow.
So that's breaking news, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We're going to end the quarter on that note. 7-6. Hodgson answers with a touchdown. Middletown trying to figure some things out. We're going to go down to Benny Mitchell right now and get his 3rd quarter report. Benny, take it away.
A big bunch of damage. They got down in the 2nd time and they scored. A little bit of a low snap makes it a 7-6 game. Hodgson has a little bit of momentum right now. Middletown has to now punt into the wind. So going into the 4th quarter, Hodgson's got the wind to their back now. I think they got a little bit of momentum. And the Silver Eagles can finish this, or does Middletown claim another?
So Benny made a good point there. Hodgson's now playing with the wind to their back.
Yep.
That could be huge.
And I think that's why Middletown took that shot right there at the end of the 3rd quarter by snapping that ball. I believe it should be third down.
3rd down and 8 for Middletown. This could be a huge play. As you can see, Guthrie trying to get somebody's attention. And they're going to get this one to Smith off to the outside. Nice crackback block. And it's going to be a little bit short, but that was a great block by Esaias Guthrie.
Yeah.
Now, Middletown's got a decision to make. It's not terrible field position
No,
if you
it's
don't get the
right.
first down. It's a 4th and about 2.5, but Middletown looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, and I like this. Maybe again, try and draw them all sides, but then run the play.
So here we go. 4th down. This could be a huge play here in the game. Early 4th quarter. 4th down and about 3 for Middletown. Fry keeps it and he's stuffed. It's a huge stop by the Silver Eagles.
Great job by the Silver Eagles defense. They were not fooled.
The Shimkos were all over that.
Yes.
As well as number 50, Dymar Wallace. What a stop by Hodgson, and now they got the ball. They just flipped field position, and they could go down and take the lead here.
And now they got, like you said, they got the wind in their back here in this quarter.
Huge play there. Here's Henry. He's looking to fire. That one's low. I think he might. It's going to say he skipped it in there. That's a tough one. It looked like he might have got his hands under it.
Yeah.
They're going to say that one skipped. However, it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Now, this Sixers deal supposedly
pending physical?
No, they said that Jimmy Butler, they're going to try to work on
re-signing
an extension.
Okay.
We fully anticipate him to sign an extension. So just to add on to that, supposedly it's Sarge, it's Covington, I've heard. It's a 2022 second rounder. We're going to hear, for any Sixers fans that are out there, sorry to get involved in the game here. Look, this is a great rush. Screen pass set up. Oh! Henry takes a big hit, but he had Arnold. It falls incomplete. So 3rd down and 10 is after the big stop here. Hodgson's going to the air twice.
Yeah, and both times incomplete.
So now we'll see what they do here on 3rd down and 10. A lot has happened here in the first 20 seconds of this 4th quarter.
It's been crazy happenings here early in this 4th quarter.
So here is Henry. Trips to the far side. Drops back. CJ looks. He's looking. Great protection again. He's still looking. He's got some guys deep. He throws it. It's intercepted. Esaias Guthrie, what a play. Wow.
Yeah.
Full extension on that one.
So now both teams have one turnover.
And wow, Henry tried to force one in there. And Guthrie with a very nice athletic play. And Middletown's got the ball back, still in control.
Aisha Miles, if you are here, we found your credit card. If you please report to the concession stand with identification, we can return your card. Again, Aisha Miles, we found a credit card in your name. You could enter the concession stand with identification. We will return your card. Thank you.
So here comes the Middletown offense. Up 7-6 now. Hodgson's defense has been great in the second half. They have not allowed Middletown to get anything going. In fact, I don't think they've allowed a first down yet.
I was just going to say, Pat, I don't think they've gotten the first down here.
And the play clock dwindling, and there's a delay of game for Middletown, so this will make it a 1st and 15.
That's the second one time Fry has not paid attention, Pat. You know, for being a quarterback, your job is to look at the official who's going like that the last 5 seconds. His hands up in the air. You have to be paying attention to that because these are.
It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable.
Yep.
After a turnover on down, or after a turnover like that, There should have been a play called, and they should have been right on the ball going. I mean, that's on all the above over there. This one goes to Smith. He's trying to get it. Oh, it's going to be a face mask. At least it should be, and they don't call it. Wow, they must have said he must have got the right under the shoulder, and now there's a penalty. This is going to be for, I believe, Smith arguing for that. It looked like a face mask to us. Maybe they got under the shoulder pads. Unsportsmanlike against Middletown, and now that's a huge penalty, Jay. Huge penalty.
Because you got the 5 yards lost on the delay game, and now 15 yards after the first down play, and wow. And it was after the play, so it would be second down.
Second down and
Fenwick Island.
30. Yeah, second and Fenwick. I like that. Second and Fenwick coming from Middletown. Now we got to watch Nigeria Smith with that unsportsmanlike. That's his first. You only get 2 in a game, and then you're ejected. So, and that happened to him earlier in the season. So he's going to have to really watch his mouth. I understand it looked like a face mask, but it wasn't called. You can't argue that. Dropping back, screenplay. Nope, they're going right here to the near side. That's Trey Griffin. And he gets hit there by Shimko and number 21, Lester Coleman. That's a decent pickup there. Makes it 3rd and a Green Mile for Middletown. Great movie, by the way. I like the Green Mile.
Yeah, great movie.
Look
like
for me. I thought it might have been a screen pass the last play, just with the way how far back Fry was drifting. But either way, Hodgson set up nicely. You don't want to give a big chunk here, because if you give a big chunk, it could flip the field. You want to keep these guys pinned if you can. So here we go. Fry dropping back. He's looking, still dropping, throwing off his back foot, and it's falls incomplete. In and out of the hands of Michael Sanchez. That could have been huge, and giving the Silver Eagles the ball in Middletown territory. Either way, a big punt is coming.
And into the wind here. Let's see if he can even get it past the first down sticks.
That's a good point, Jay. With the wind, Benny Mitchell talked about it going into the 4th quarter. Hodgson's got the wind with them now, so Middletown punting into the wind. You're exactly right. Let's see what Pepper can do. Oh, they came after him. They bumped into him. They said it was clean. That one's going to chop up at the 49-yard line of Hodgson. So they got the ball in good field position. Now, my question to you, Jay, is this. We've seen Avila Lopez kick the ball. Right? His extra point got blocked. Do you think at all Coach Moffitt can think about a go-ahead field goal at any point in this game?
Oh, I think you can, especially with the wind in the back. But, you know, the way your defense is playing, if you have a chance to take a lead with a field goal, I would do it.
Absolutely. So here we go. Henry gives this one off to Bobby Arnold, who's around the outside, and that's a great tackle. Great tackle there by Jaheim Wing. Stopped the potential big play and only holds Arnold to a 5-yard gain there. However, you're Hodgson, you're happy with that.
Yeah, you're happy. Great play, and you get 5 yards. You can run some clock off here.
They're in the Middletown territory. In a game for Delaware, pretty much the regular season crown in Division I. Here's Arnold again through the middle, fighting his way forward. He gets about 2-3 yards on that one, sets up a 3rd and short for Hodgson.
I like this. Last drive we saw him throw 3 straight times. This time, getting back to that ground game that had success in the 3rd quarter.
And he actually, with forward progress, picked up 4. It's a 3rd and 1. This is a good spot to be in if you're Hodgson.
Here, this could be 2 down territory.
Yeah, 4 down territory, yeah.
So, 3rd and 1. Let's see if they run some kind of play action and try and throw the ball.
Let's see. They got Hale and Arnold in the backfield with C.J. Henry. And they're going to go to Arnold, and he's rocked at the line of scrimmage. He goes nowhere. great play by Camillus Lockett coming up and not allowing them to get anything on that
Great
play.
job. Again, it looked like a Middletown player was over, got back in time, and it just seemed like it threw off the timing of that play.
4th and 1 for Hodgson, and I think they will. It looks like they're going to go for it here.
I would too, probably, right here.
If you're Middletown, you got to watch the hard count. They almost jumped on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, right.
For sure, you're going to think Hodgson might do it here. Big play. 8 minutes to go. Under center, Henry going forward. Did he lose the football is the question. The ball's loose.
I think Middletown has
and
it, Pat.
It's Johnston comes out of the pile with it, and that's a fumble. He didn't get the snap. He never got the snap under center.
Yes.
And that is the risk of a team that strictly runs out of the shotgun. You don't work on that exchange very often. And how about that? I like the idea. That's a good call there, QB sneak.
Yep.
But you got to make sure you get that exchange. And now Middletown with a huge stop. This game is just back and forth. You got to love it, Jay.
Yeah, it's one of those games kind of not, like we said, we probably expected a little bit more scoring, but we expected a close game, and we got one here. So buckle up with this under 8 minutes to go here. And Middletown's still looking for that first down here in the second half offense.
So here we go. Hodgson's defense has to yet again come up with a big stop. Here's Najee Smith. He's off the edge. He's got a little bit of room. He will not get anything. That's a great play by Najee Lally running him down. That's one of the fastest kids in the state of Delaware, and Lally just ran tit for tat with him.
I'm just impressed with this Hodgson defense here in the second half. They have given up nothing to this Cavalier offense. And like you said, Dave, be able to run down Smith before he could get to the outside and make a big play out of that is just great job.
Absolutely. So they give him a yard on that play. So 2nd down and 9. It's getting down to crunch time. There's a penalty on the play. Penalty, and I think this might be a sideline warning.
Yes.
That's what it seems to be. Sideline warning against Hodgson, so there will be no penalty yardage assessed. But the next time, it will be, I believe, I'm not 100% sure on the yardage, but it will be a penalty.
It will be a penalty the second time.
Clock will run. Approaching 7 minutes to go here in the 4th. This is everything you've expected. Obviously, the score might not be as high as you expected, but you expected a close game. And this one is nothing doing there.
They're just not getting anything on this ground game. The Hodgson lines, both offense and defense, started to take over here in the second half.
I agree. That one was the sophomore Ben Martin on the carry. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Najee Smith hopping off. He's been limping around lately. I don't know. He might be cramping up as well. But a big 3rd down and 10 for Middletown. They're taking a while to get this play in. Keep an eye on that back, Judge. I know you probably can't see him on your screen. We'll keep an eye on him for you as far as a delay of game potential. He's looking down at his clock. The hand goes up. 3, 2, and they just get it off. Fry dropping back, rolling way deep, and that one's incomplete. Johnson lost his footing. And it's going to be 4th down again. Hodgson's defense.
Hodgson has not given up a first down here in the second half. It's been their defense has been lights out, and they get the ball back.
Great stand. Neither team wants to bend in this one.
Right.
Amber Thomas, Bobby Arnold, back deep for the Silver Eagles.
Pepper once again. Back to punt. Midway through the 4th. Oh, almost blocked, and that one just dies in the air. And it'll be down by Middletown at the 45. I tell you what, man. Amir Mitchell-Marvel almost got through there and blocked it.
I don't even know if it did it. Wow, I don't even think I got back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, the
first down mark.
The
chain gang doesn't have to move very much at all there. So here we go now, Jay. 6 minutes to go. This is crunch time for Hodgson. You have to put a drive together now. You're starting to lose some time.
Yeah, supported drive here.
Oh, the ball's dropped. Another fumble. And I think Hodgson falls back on top of it. C.J. Henry, I think he kind of got looking at his read before he caught the ball clean. Not a good first down play there, and they lose about 2. Second down and 12. Henry dropping back, looking to pass, making a man miss, rolling, scrambling, and he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. He might have.
Yeah, great job again by the Cavaliers secondary. He had some time. He just couldn't find the receiver open. And eventually had to take off. And like you said, might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. Just going to be 3rd and long.
3rd down and 11. He got about 1 yard on that. Both defenses really stepped it up here. Hodgson hasn't allowed anything, and Middletown, after a couple of big plays early led to a touchdown, have really tightened up as well. That extra point is huge. And that one nowhere near the intended target by Henry. However, there's a penalty marker thrown in the middle of the field.
I could have saw defensive holding, but again, I'm way up here, so.
Let's see. That's an interesting one. And it's against Middletown. As you can see, the Hodgson players clapping. It is defensive holding, you're right. And I believe that's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll still be 3rd down. So a 3rd and 6, however, instead of 3rd and 11. I don't believe that's an automatic first down.
No, but I think it's
10 yards.
It's 10 yards.
Wow. Now that's big. If it's a 10-yard penalty is huge. Now it's a 3rd and 1. Hodgson can run the football now. As they're now into Middletown territory. And again, I asked the question, if it gets down close here and they get stalled out, do they send Avila Lopez out for a field goal?
I think you have to, especially as late as we're getting in.
Get this thing. There is nothing there. That Middletown front was all over it. Led there by number 33, Camilla Slockett. Again, he's had a good game defensively.
Yes, he has. And now this will bring up a key 4th down again. I think you have to go for it, but the way your defense is playing, let's see.
Let's see is right. 4th and 1, they are going for it. There's no doubt about that. Because if you kick the ball to Middletown, you might not get it back. And there's a penalty. This might be a sideline warning against Middletown. Yep, it is. So both teams have gotten their sideline warnings. So the next one you see for either team will result in some penalty yardage. You gotta love it, man. 4:39 to go. 4th down and 1. Hodgson going with the pass. C.J. Henry falls forward. Did he get it is the question. He was down. Where's the spot? It's going to depend on the spot.
I can't see that far linesman.
Now that spot looks like a first down. This probably should be measured, and it will be.
Yeah.
That's a great effort by Henry. He extends the ball out. It pops loose, but the ground can't cause a fumble in high school football.
True.
This looks like it should be a first down. He needed to get to the 45. That's where the ball's at.
It's right on that. It's going to depend on that chain.
And they got it. First down by an inch for Hodgson. Now this is crucial here. The Silver Eagles, they're not even in field goal range at this point, and that clock is going to start moving as soon as the chains are set.
Yeah, that was great. Great job by Henry. Like you said, second effort. I was a little late restarting the time there.
Here we go. A little sense of urgency here by Hodgson. Henry dropping back to pass again. He throws it out here. It's complete. Short gain and a big hit on the play. Asias Guthrie comes up and pops Lolly.
Yep.
However, that's about a 4-yard gain. If you're Hodgson, you take that. You're setting yourself up with a second down and 6. That's good.
Yes, yeah, and like you said, they get some yards out of it, and it has to be good for a Hodgson receiver. Catch the ball and gain some yards.
And to hold on to it after the big hit.
In the pop.
As we're approaching 3.5 here in the fourth quarter. Henry back again, looking, surveying, letting one go. He's got Douglas. Oh, he can't get it there. Leads him a little too much. He had him. And
yes, he did.
Wow.
They rolled the sign route and play.
They ran the old the stick corner out there, and he just let him a little too much. But the cover two, that's the weakness in a cover two. You saw the too high safety, and Johnston was not going to be able to get over there. Just a little too much to the sideline on that throw by Henry. So 3rd down and 6 here for Hodgson. Obviously 4-down territory. Maybe you see them run the football here and try and get it a little closer. Let's see. They do like to throw the football. However, with the wind whipping around, it's going to be hard to be accurate. Here's Henry on a QB keeper. He's going to have the first down, and he's down close to the 30-yard line, down at the 31. 1st and 10 Hodgson, and they're rolling. Silver Eagles are rolling.
Love the call there, Pat. Love that the late quarterback sneak right up the middle. Big play and a key first down.
So here we go. 1st and 10. Silver Eagles at the 31. They're getting closer to field goal range. So let's see what they do. Well, obviously, they'd love a touchdown. Henry dropping back. He's looking. He's pumping. He's rolling. He lets one go. It's caught. And down at the 20-yard line, it should be another first down, is Elijah Lewis, who had a couple of key drops early in the game. He comes up with a big one there.
Big reception.
3rd down, or 3 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Red zone opportunity for the Silver Eagles, who trail by 1. Fans start to rise here at Hodgson Stadium.
I hope these bleachers hold us, Pat.
You got to hope the bleachers hold us. Here's Henry. He's dropping back. He pumps. He scrambles. He looks. He's got some room. He's got some room to run, and he will. And he'll get it down to about the 11-yard line, and that'll bring up a 2nd and short. Hodgson's in good shape right now.
Yes, they are. Taking some time off the clock.
2nd and 1. Actually, they said he tapped out at the 12, so 2nd and 2 for Hodgson. 2:34 on the clock. Well, Jay, here we go. Hold on, buddy. We're coming in for a landing.
Yes, we are.
As the bleachers start to rattle with the fans making some noise. Henry, QB keeper again. He's got a lot of room. He makes one man miss, and he's in for the touchdown. Go ahead, score, C.J. Henry. How about that one, Jason? That play, they called it on the 4th down play. He gets the first down. They call it here, and he runs it in for a 12-yard score. Only 2 times in the game we've seen it, and it's worked for him.
It's worked both times.
Now you see Hodgson will more than likely go for 2 here.
I would think you get a 7-point lead if you could get in.
Now the thing is, if you don't get it, now all Middletown has to do is score a touchdown. Or if you kick the extra point, you force Middletown to make the extra point.
Right.
However, I like this. Why not? Right? Go for the win. Don't play it safe. Go for the win. Hale in the backfield. Henry snaps it, and this one's blown dead. I believe there's a timeout on the field by Hodgson. Wow.
Wow,
Jay.
yeah. And what a game here. What a fourth quarter. And what a drive there by the Hodgson Silver Eagles.
Oh, my God. It was a huge drive. Hodgson got it rolling with the passing game, believe it or not, which is kind of shocking. C.J. Henry really took that possession over, making big plays with his feet and with his arm. And now you're putting Middletown in a situation that they haven't had a lot of success
No,
in.
in fact, in the second half, still looking for their first down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. This Hodgson defense dominated the game. Middletown's only had one possession that really did anything. And luckily for them, it ended in a touchdown. But they got 2:28 to go, and they're going to have to air the football out a little bit here, which is Drew Fry's strength. However, with the conditions in the air.
And he's going into the wind.
Correct. This is going to be quite a finish. Middletown hasn't lost a regular season in-state game in a very, very long time, 2 years to be exact. In fact, the only 2 losses they've had, obviously, were the IMG Academy, and then last year in the state championship game, the Smyrna. Henry gives it off to Arnold. Look at trickeration. Why not? Little Philly special for you. Touchdown, or that 2-point conversion is good. And why not? Why wouldn't it be Elijah Lewis?
Yep.
Couple big drops early in the game, and he makes 2 of the biggest catches of the season for Hodgson in this drive.
That was incredible 2-point conversion. Incredible. This Hodgson team has really come out in the second half and changed this game around.
They have. They've scored twice now. They've completely shut Middletown down offensively. And then they run a little Philly special. Why not? When you're a team that's called the Eagles, albeit the Silver Eagles, they're still the Eagles, why wouldn't you run that play?
Exactly.
I've seen that 4 times so far this year.
Since the Super Bowl.
Yeah, St. E's ran it last week against Middletown. You saw it right here. So here we go. This is huge here. Hodgson takes the lead, 14-7. However, nobody is safe with Middletown. Obviously, we know they have not gotten a first down here in the second half, but they are still a dangerous team. Avila Lopez squibs this one. And slipping on the return there was Camillus Lockett. 70 yards and 2:25 on the clock.
I'm going to have to rely on you, Pat, here for the time.
And that's what Drew Fry is left with. This young man's big time. He's going to have to be big time in this moment.
Yeah.
And that Hodgson defense has been exceptional all game, but especially in the second half, as we've talked about a few times. Fry drops back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He escapes it. Drew Fry will get out of bounds after about a 2 or 3 yard gain. Nice safe play there.
Yeah, he escaped the pressure there, but Hodgson brought the pressure, Pat.
He did. And the other good part about it for Middletown is he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, they still had 3 timeouts.
So 3 yard gain on first down, 2nd and 7. Smith, the lone receiver, or the lone running back in the backfield. Fry dropping back. He's got good protection. He's going to air this one out, and it's incomplete. Trey Griffin, intended receiver on the play. He tripped up. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, this Hodgson defense, Pat, in the second half. Fry has had no open receivers, and they've been putting a lot of pressure on them.
They've been impressive. I mean, this is a team, Hodgson, they held Sussex Central, I believe, only 6 points and put 22 on Sussex. They've been impressive all year, and Sussex Central, of course, has been perhaps the most impressive team in the state defensively.
Yes, they have.
Since then. So, Hodgson is not a joke here. Back goes Fry. 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. He releases incomplete. Well covered on the play was Nicky Johnston by Michael Sanchez. 4th down, and about the whole entire undefeated season on the line here for Middletown.
Yeah.
Well, not undefeated in state, I should say. Keep forgetting about that IMG game. However, timeout Middletown. They're going to talk this play over, and Hodgson is pumped. while they take a timeout, I believe, Jay, what are you looking for some other scores around?
Yes.
Around
Trying to
out of town?
Trying to get some score updates here for you.
But this has just been impressive for Hodgson. Jason said it in the pregame. The playoff positioning on the line here. Home field advantage through the playoffs is huge at any level, especially in football. Middletown, of course, plays down there on their home field advantage is extremely important to them. Hodgson has some good home field advantage here. I mean, these fans are into it right now. So here we go. 4th and 7. 2:07 on the clock. This is the ball game here, folks. Fry in the gun. He drops back. Pressure coming. He looks. He fires. And it's incomplete. Off the chest of Nicky Johnston. And Hodgson. Dominating performance here in the second half. Has not allowed Middletown to get a first down the entire second half.
Yeah, the second half defense has been incredible here for the Middletown. For Hodgson, they held Middletown to no first downs here. Middletown has timeouts, so they have a chance to get the ball back.
They got 2 timeouts left. 1 first down will do it here. And they're going to give this one to Darius Hale. He goes off the side, stays in bounds, picks up about 4 yards. There's the timeout by the Cavs.
Oh, what a second half here by this Hodgson Silver Eagles team. The defense has been outstanding, and the offense has put together 2 touchdown drives and have moved the ball consistently here in the second half.
Absolutely. The adjustments they made at halftime are extremely noticeable. And not to mention, the first half, if they play penalty-free and they make a couple of those plays that goes between their hands, they got a few more scores on the board.
Yes,
they have dominated this game from start to finish. And honestly, Middletown has only had 1 great possession offensively.
Right.
Other than that, they've been completely dominated in this game. It's been extremely, extremely impressive. So here we go. 2nd down and 4. They give this one off to Arnold. He comes to the near side. He's got some room to run. Stay in bounds, young man. There he goes. Falls down. Close to first down yardage. Keeps the clock going. Headsy play there by the sophomore, Bobby Arnold.
The Middletown just called a timeout. Looks like the official timeout, maybe.
I think maybe for a measurement. Yep, it looks like they're going to measure this one. With 1:39 to go. Well, Jay, how do you see this one affecting the seeding? Obviously, you're saying the winner of this game would take...
I think Hodgson would be the 1 seed. If the score holds the way, I think Hodgson's the 1 seed. I think Dover jumps into the 2 seed.
Oh, wow.
And Middletown 3.
Wow.
Yes.
How about that? And they give them the first down. They picked it up. So that should pretty much do it, barring a turnover here. All Middletown has to do is take a couple of knees. Middletown will waste 1 timeout, but with a 40-second play clock, that should do it. But how about that Dover, a team that the last few years people have been like, is Dover for real? Is Dover for real? They always seem to choke it. They've had a great season this year. They would get the 2 seed. How about that?
Again, I got to go home and do some math, the bonus points and stuff like that, but I think this loss is going to hurt a team like William Penn and maybe snuck Sussex Tech.
Wow,
in there.
how about
we'll
that?
see. We'll have to do some math, but it's going to be close.
That's something to keep an eye on for sure. As you can see, C.J. Henry's going to look at that back judge, wait for him. There's 5, 4, 3. There's the knee by Henry. He got that snap. He got that snap from under center.
Yep.
There's the timeout by Middletown. Their last of the game. 1:02 remains. It'll be 2 more knees for Hodgson, and then the Silver Eagles will celebrate a presumed #1 overall seed in the 2018
Perfect
playoffs.
regular season 10-0.
10-0.
And the Flight A championship.
And that, how about that? That's huge here. We saw the Henlopen crown get passed out in Division II last night. And now a Flight A championship potentially coming here, or will be coming here for Hodgson, finishes the year. And the thing about this team is they got some talent that's going to be coming back too. I mean, this is a team that's going to be good for a few more years here at Hodgson. Obviously, they're not done yet with the playoffs coming around, but a dominating performance here today. I know the scoreboard makes it look otherwise, but Hodgson really handled this game from start to finish.
And the second half's been all Hodgson. All Hodgson.
Oh, yeah.
The second half. The first half, Hodgson's controlled most of it. Middletown had that nice drive for the touchdown. And if you throw out that drive, they have not had many first downs. None here in the second half.
The defense for Hodgson's been great. And once they eliminated their penalties and took advantage of plays when they got there, Hodgson took this game over. And specifically number 6, the quarterback C.J. Henry on that go-ahead touchdown drive, he made all the plays.
Yes, he did.
Through the air, with his feet, and that's why he's going to be our player of the game, Jay.
Yeah, I
C.J.
agree.
Henry, with that game-winning drive there, made all the plays that you needed to make, and he's going to go home with our 302 Sports Player of the Game here. And in fact, after this one goes final, we're going to send Benny Mitchell on assignment to potentially get CJ for a little interview. We'll bring it to you here live as Hodgson wins the Blue Hen Conference with a perfect 10-0 season and a huge 14-7 victory over Middletown here today.
Yeah, great win for this Hodgson team on senior day.
Yep.
They come out here and they get the job done and win the Flight A.
Wow, impressive performance by the Silver Eagles, and it has been confirmed. We will be getting C.J. Henry for a post-game interview down there with Benny Mitchell. And Jay, this was just an extremely impressive performance.
This was a great game. Great game. Both teams played their hearts out. A game that if we see these two teams win the tournament, this was a great game.
And that's what I'm saying. I mean, that this could just be part one.
Yes.
This could have just been part one of the story. Obviously, the next game would be the one that really matters. But it's just extremely impressive. And in fact, we're going to go down to Benny Mitchell right here to get some comments before he grabs C.J. Henry with the player of the game. Benny, take it away. How did this look down there? Impressive performance.
We have C.J. Henry as player. There's 2 quarterback draws. Draw. Come back.
Absolutely, Ben. Yeah, you're exactly right. And he's going to go grab C.J. Henry. It was just an extremely impressive performance, and you got to love it. You got to love what you saw here today from both teams. I mean, obviously Middletown really struggled. You can tell that the playing surface kind of messed them up a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, they played well defensively. They did play well defensively. Middletown did.
Yeah, they played really great second half here. Overall great half, and it was a well played game. And like I said, both teams played their hearts out. It wouldn't surprise me if we see this matchup again. And if my seedings are right, they'd be on opposite ends of the bracket, 1 and 3, and wouldn't meet to the finals.
Which is exactly what you would want to see.
Yep.
Now, I got to say, Jay, Hodgson's got just a completely balanced team. And going into the tournament, do you see a team that is as balanced as them, or do you think they're the most complete team in the state?
I think they're the most complete team, and to me, it starts up front with their guys at the line. I mean, second half, Henry had all day to throw the ball when he had to, and they opened up holes. Defensively, I mean, Smith couldn't gain anything in that second half, and Johnson was Fry was under pressure all day, but they shut down the wide receiver Johnson.
They did,
and not many teams can say they shut him down. So to me, that was real huge to that Hodgson secondary, doing a great job of not letting him have a big day back there.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, there's a lot of great teams in the state. Middletown has a lot of talent as well, athletically. And, of course, like we talked about, Sussex Central's defense. Not a lot of people, I don't think, especially upstate, have seen Sussex Central.
Right.
They could be a team, and I've said this on the show, they could be a team to really keep an eye on going into the tournament. They're not going to be seeded extremely high.
No.
But they could be a team that could make a run.
They can, and I'm telling you, you look at these teams in the Division I. I mean, you have Sally sitting at a 5 seed that were 8-2. We said they're probably a year away, but they had a great year. Dover with the speed and the talent they have. Sussex Central defense, they don't give up anything.
No.
The worst game was here at Hodgson to open the season. We can see why Hodgson's so good. And, in that 6 seed, either William Penn Apple or Sussex Tech, all 3 of those teams are hot right now.
Yeah. That's a great point.
I think that Division I and Division II tournaments are wide open this year because we saw last night that Delmar is beatable if you can play against them. And so, to me, I can't wait till the brackets are revealed tomorrow. We can see what matchups we have in the first round. That is going to be key. So tune in tomorrow to watch the brackets reveal. We think it's going to be sometime around 11:30, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Especially when you get those meetings in there and you got to add up all those points. It can be a little long. So, yeah, exactly, Jay. You want to stick around and see that. But you're exactly right about Sussex. Sussex Central's defense is allowing less than a touchdown a game.
Yes.
Less than a touchdown.
They had their 7th shutout on Thursday night when they shut out Indian River. 7 shutouts. And they gave up 30 points to Hodgson in the opener. So you hold Hodgson to 14 or 15 points in the opener, you're looking at like 2 to 3 points a game. I mean, that's just incredible.
It's extremely impressive.
And I would like to, if I'm right and I see Sally's Sussex Central in that first round, that's Sally's who likes to run the ball and that Sussex Central defense. That's going to be a great matchup.
Potentially a low scoring game where one possession could be the difference, much like in this game.
Yes.
But yeah, it's that time of the year again, ladies and gentlemen. The playoffs are around the corner. Yep. So here to go. Hodgson just broke. We're going to try and get C.J. Henry down there with Benny Mitchell. He's our player of the game today. He really he threw the ball well, and he executed that game-winning drive to perfection. To perfection. Completely clutch performance by the sophomore. As you can see, Hodgson here doing some kind of celebration. Maybe they're going down and doing some alma mater or something like that. But no, hey, Jay, it doesn't get much better than this.
No, it doesn't. And like we said, what an excellent game. Both teams played really well, and it was a good win here for Hodgson.
So we'll see. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. We're hoping to get C.J. Henry. We're going to wait to see what happens here. We're going to try and get some word from down there on if we can get him or not. I mean, Hodgson might deny interviews after the game. So we'll see what happens here. But, yeah, impressive performance. Like we said, by Hodgson today, and they're poised for a deep playoff run.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I can't wait. I can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow is like Christmas morning to me, Pat. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We'll see when those brackets come out and see what we have. Remember, Division I, the top 2 seeds will have a bye.
Mm-hmm.
Division II, they go right into it. The 8 teams, 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and so on. So it's going to be I think it's going to be an interesting tournament as I think Hodgson's getting the pictures.
Yeah, this is the Flight A,
right.
champion
Yep.
picture, I'm sure. But I think we're going to get word here from Nick Halliday on whether or not we're going to get C.J. Henry here for a post-game interview. But a lot of good sports coming up. Obviously, the volleyball championship coming up this week. We got the playoff reveal, and we're going to see exactly how things break down. Obviously, winter sports started recently, so that'll be coming right around the corner as well. Keep an eye out for that. But as we wait to see C.J. Henry meet up with our own Benny Mitchell down there on the sideline, it looks like, so we're going to be waiting a little bit here, Jay. So we got a little bit of filler here. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of great things coming up here. The playoffs coming around, and
it's a busy week. Like you said, the volleyball championships on the NFHS network, powered by 302 Sports on Monday. You have the field hockey championships powered by on the
NFHS
network, powered by 302 Sports on Friday, and same thing with the soccer finals on Saturday. So a busy week of high school championships. The first round of the football starts next weekend. And I can't wait to see, where the seedings break out tomorrow. Like I said, my surprise here is I think Dover gets the 2 seed.
Yeah.
Middletown drops to 3. And then you have Central 4, Sally's 5 in a possible first-round matchup.
And then the winner plays Middletown.
And with the loss here for Middletown, that William Penn Appo winner might not get it now. Sussex Tech could get in there because I think they're going to have the same number of points as the winner of that game. And then it gets into tiebreakers. I don't want to go into how tiebreakers work, but I think Sussex Tech could sneak it out with the tiebreakers, though.
That would be some crazy stuff because Sussex Tech was a team that not a lot of people really paid attention to early on.
They were 2-4, I believe, at one point.
They just woke up. I mean, it was like a sleeping giant awoke, and they come out. I think the most shocking score of the year was their 61-6 victory over Smyrna.
Yes.
I mean, that one just I thought it was a typo.
Yeah.
I thought it was maybe 16-6. I was not. It was very, very surprising. So they're a team that, and like you said, Jay, they're hot. All 3 of those teams that are fighting for that last seed are hot right now.
They're hot, and they're getting hot at the right time. You get, you go to a Middletown team who's going to be coming in off a loss that they dropped to 3, and Middletown. And you get another weather game like this, it could change. Now the good thing is Middletown plays on turf.
Yes.
So
and you could tell the difference.
Yes.
Between playing on a grass field like this and turf. You don't get the footing. When a turf field gets wet, it's not that much of a problem because you can still make your cuts. It's a little slick.
Yep.
It's slippery, but it's nothing like mud. It is nothing like mud. But we'll see how it comes down. Like you said, Jay, tomorrow we're breaking them out, and then Wednesday keep an eye out for the show as always at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, and I think we're trying to get on the volleyball state champion.
Yes, that'd be great. Yeah, we get the volleyball state championship on there, so keep an eye out for that to see who our special guests are going to be. It's always a good time down there, and we'll be back up at our Christiana location this week for Buffalo Wild Wings. Of course, we've been out on the road the last 2 weeks at Dover and Rehoboth. So, it's been exciting.
It has. What a great season here, football season. Like you said, our shows just got bigger and better, and the guests have been incredible this year with them. And back in the Christiana location this week and can't wait for Wednesday night.
Absolutely.
Come out early, enjoy that Buffalo Wild Wings food. It's great.
Yeah, and not to mention, like we said, there's 302 Sports merchandise to be had, phone pops, stickers, and then also, like, there's some scratch-offs. You can get some Buffalo Wild Wing, like, coupon scratch-offs. Some free items are included on there.
Yeah.
A lot of other things, and one lucky guest gets to go home with their a Buffalo Wild Wings gift card.
Right.
As you tell your waiter or waitress that you're there to see the show. So come on down. You know, we love all the support. Obviously, athletics, so and check it out. So right now we are once again waiting for CJ Henry to come over and speak with our own Benny Mitchell, and and obviously he used the player game. Great performance by him.
Yes,
here today.
Yeah, it was like we said, that second half, it was all Hodgson. To me, it was all Hodgson.
Yeah.
You know, and even when they turned the ball over a couple times, all their drives were successful in that second half. They moved the ball, and their defense didn't give up anything. No first downs against a Middletown offense that came in, red hot.
Absolutely. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll come back. Benny Mitchell will be with CJ Henry right here on 302 Sports.
Italian began his career in home finance in 2002 as a mortgage consultant. Since 2002, Brian has helped over 1,000 home buyers achieve their dreams of owning a home. Brian's knowledge of current market conditions and his detailed evaluation of buyers' finances ensures that
victory over Benny. Take it.
If you're here, a couple guys. Shimko, early in the game, you had the big play. The Middletown was starting to get a drive going. Talk me through that play. What did you see, and just talk us through that play.
Just the whole season, I had a tough time getting to my drops, and finally, I was at the right place, right time, and just made a good play.
Yeah, last night we did a game. We went down. We did a Division II game, 25-0. But this was more defense on both sides of the ball. Talk about the defense. You guys play some lights out defense in this game.
Everybody executed. Coach Cap told us what to do, and we just went out and balled out. Yeah.
Okay, 10-0, number one seed, only your second year in Division I. Talk about how special that is.
It means so much to me. Coming from 5-5 as a Division II team, and then coming up in my senior year and being 10-0, it's unreal.
All right, congratulations. Good luck in the playoffs. CJ Henry, our player of the game, and I want you to take me through that final drive. Couple of quarterback keepers on that thing, quarterback draws. Talk about that drive and that winning touchdown.
Well, the whole game, Middletown was dropping 8 defenders and only rushing 3. So as they drop their defenders, they're playing the receivers, and that should open up the run game for me. And we took advantage of it. And on the that last play when I scored, I dropped back, took off down up the middle, and I was one-on-one with the defender, and I just made him miss and scored.
Field conditions looked crappy in the first half. Seemed to get a little better in the second half, but talk about how hard it was to move the ball in that first half.
Right, it was real slick, and it's hard for us because both of us, because we're fast teams. We like to throw the ball, and we had to just switch it up and run the ball more, and we just took advantage of the opportunities and made it the best.
So you get a week off and then play Thanksgiving weekend, and you play right here. How special is having that? Last year in the semis you had to go on the road. This year you're at home. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, our crowd, you see we had a big crowd today, and I'm sure when we play here again, they're going to be back, and they really help us out a lot, give us energy, and yeah, we love them.
Our player of the game, CJ Henry, congratulations. And Coach Moffitt, Coach, I don't remember. I was up here but before the first game of the season, and you exuded confidence in your kids that day when I talked to you. And it's got to be just talking about this group of kids and how much confidence you have in them and getting ready to go to play.
As we enter this season, very young team, but I thought today, we've played, every week to just continue to get better, and really no matter who we played, it's about us. I told him today, before the game, I said I was home last night just reflecting on this year and where we've been. The process it took. They've stayed the course. There's a young group of kids who are believing in what they're doing. You keep hearing about, all these defenses in the state of Delaware. I was like, wow, I looked at my defense. We got a pretty good defense. Secondary and I think my defensive front, those three, they got to be three of the top guys in the state of Delaware right now playing up front. But it's one of those games, that we came out and played. That's a good Middletown team. It was good quality high school football game. You play a lot of games where it was a battle. Come out sore, they're feeling the pain, but it was a battle between two teams. The coaching staff, did a really great job of preparing and scheming for this game. But this game was a defensive battle.
You have the fumble on fourth down. You go for it on 4th and 1, and then you come right back out, and on the short snap, the ball drops again, and then that's the drive. That's the drive of the game. Talk about that.
I felt, talking to my offensive coordinator, he gave me that look because I was contemplating, do I want to punt, play the field? But, you got to get a flow. You got to believe in you up front. You got to believe in what they're doing. And so I said, let's go for it. Let's go for it. And bad snap, let the defense settle. Get the ball back again. Again, he fumbled the ball, but I think he lunged enough to get the first down. And at that point, we were feeling pretty good where we were because that's a high explosive offense with Fry over there and the running back. So we felt it maybe out of their hands. We were being in good position, and that worked into our favor today.
Last question, Chimko. He nailed it. He said 5-5 last year in Division II, semifinals last year. Now you're 10-0 and you're the number 1 seed in the state tournament. Talk about these last 3 years and the growth of this team.
It's really been growing. I compare this team to a few years back. I know in 2010, we had a real tough year. 2-8 is what I was saying. I said I'd never do it again. And that kids who came in kind of like this group, and we went, a 4-year run in Division II, and I felt, last really building on today, but I'm building on the future. If today happens well, kids performed well, came up a little short against a high explosive Smyrna team who went on to win the state championship. But these kids are young, they're growing, they're getting better, and they just have no fear. And I really felt good that we're in a position right now to have a few good years with the talent that I have at the positions. And these kids are believing. That's one thing. When they're believing and they feel that they can play with anybody, that's scary.
Congratulations, Coach Mama. Thank you. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Have a good day. Okay, guys. Hey, there you have it. Hodgson, your Blue Hen Conference Flight 8 champions. They take it from Middletown. They've only been here 2 years, and they're the number 1 seed coming into the state tournament. They're going to wear the black jerseys the rest of the way, guys. Thank you, Pat.
All right, yeah, absolutely, Benny. Thanks for those great interviews. Congratulations to all those involved there with the Hodgson Silver Eagles, Coach Moffin and the crew. And we're going to see. We're going to see exactly what happens. Again, tune in tomorrow. Around 11 o'clock to see exactly who's in the tournament and where they are is in the football playoffs, Jay.
Yes, like I said, we'll see how accurate I was.
Absolutely. So for everybody here involved, Nick Halliday, Len Evans, Benny Mitchell on the sideline, my partner Jason Winchell, I've been Patrick Arianes, and you have watched another great one here on 302 Sports. We'll see you tomorrow. Once again, your final, Hodgson 14, Middletown 7. See you guys in the morning.